Yeah, I started that with a nasty sound. Get over it. Just kidding. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did it. Okay. Just make sure stuff is working. Yes. Yes. Stuff is working. I really should just make my stream thing the browser source. I'm gonna do that. Because I'm sick and tired of pulling it up every time. Okay. Custom browser doc. Not a... Actually, it is a doc. I knew that. I knew it was a doc. Not a documentary. Just a doc. Alright, go to this. Turn this off, do that. Do something like this. And then copy that, exit out, do this. Minimize that. Twitch chat, URL, apply. Alright. Close. Now I can just slot this over here somewheres. Can I there we go. No, okay. Get over there. There we go. No. Okay, go, there you go. I did it. Man, I'm a mess. All right, that should work. Let's dive into it, shall we? I think everything's working. I didn't test it, so I'm just gonna hope it works. I need to make chapter markers before I do anything else. Let me turn this off and dim it. Here we go. This color tool is meant to make... Hey! Hey, ham editing. How's it going? How's everything? How is life? Welcome in. Welcome back.
Hey!
Okay, Restream bot, calm down. Just want to all the rest for a game changer. Awesome. Glad to hear it. And if you have any problems with it, there is a... I can't remember if I mentioned the other day if that I have a video on it. That explains it in more detail. But hopefully that's, you know, hopefully it already has been helping a ton. I think I mentioned, actually, I don't know if I did. But yeah, there is a video. A video exists. Just take my word for it. Okay. I need to make a video about this thing that I'm about to do too. And I should have just made the markers in the first place. I'm very bad at doing that, but whatever. Yeah, I think it's called Everything You Need to Know About Proxies or something like that. It's the one that says like Proxy Media 101 or something like that. But yeah, that one goes over like in detail what the difference is between interframe and intraframe codecs and how they're used and different. I don't know if there's anything specifically that's covered in that video that I didn't mention on stream the other day. There might be, but it just helps to have a reference because you can always go back and watch it, and it's a little more structured than, you know, me ranting on stream. So there's that. is that? Okay, what is tetrahedral interpolation? Blah blah blah.
But it allows us to have forms changing.
That's ridiculous. But you'll click here and go to the download page. You can make my shader in your shader filter plugin. That's ridiculous. But oh, I also need to make sure I put the link in the description as well.
Page and cover download and operating system. Just make OBS when you want to install it.
And then once you have it installed, we'll have the shader loaded. Now I do want to mention that I do have the color monitor plugin enabled. Okay. So what I'm doing right now, just so it's clear, and I'm gonna make a video about this at some point too, and it'll be a shorter one. But I have a script that a longtime viewer of mine actually sent me, where you can actually set markers in your timeline, and you can title them. And there's a script that'll auto generate a CSV, or basically it turns it into a text file eventually. You export a CSV from Resolve with these markers, and then he has a script that'll actually convert it just to a list of timestamps so that you can copy and paste it into your YouTube chapter markers. That way you don't have to like write out all the chapter markers manually. It's just already there. So it's a really nice little useful tool. Nope, the wrong side. This video over here, and that'll just give you a good basic overview of how the whole plugin works with all the tools that it comes with. But today we're just going to focus on the vector scope, which I can just describe really quickly. It's a way to view quickly. It's a way to which I can just describe really quickly. I'll just make this a separate one. It's a way to view all of your colors and how saturated they are. So anything red, yellow, means just how they're saturated in color, not necessarily the exposure of that color. So now that we understand what that's viewing, let's go ahead to our Tetra shader and let's explain fully how this works. We have a lot of numbers and a lot of dials here. It looks real confusing because it's all on the color jumbo, but it's actually very, very simple to understand. Basically, we have a tool that allows us to see all 6 of our color vectors, so red, yellow, green, cyan, magenta, cyan, blue, magenta, and we can change how much red, green, and blue we want in. If we add all of them to 1, it's just like if you were using a color picker and you set all the values to 255, you would get white, and that's exactly what we're getting here. Likewise, if you set all of the values to 0, you would get black. So this is just determining how much of each color that we have in each of our respective channels. So if we look at yellow, the way to get yellow out of red, green, and blue is to just have red and green, but no blue. And we can see that here, the default values for yellow are red, green, or all these, no, not to 2, so undo that. If we brought all these to 1, we would have white. So we can go through the whole thing and see exactly what it's doing. If we wanted to shift some green into the red, we can see exactly what's happening on this vector scope here. Now, what this allows us to do is, if we are moving red or moving green or moving blue, we're essentially moving the colors on either the red axis, the green axis, or the blue axis. So if I move green and red, that means it's do you know why your resolve 4 times speed sounds the way that it does? If they're to make it more clear, oh, so if I actually, this is just 2K. If I do it in 4K, I can't understand it, so I have to do it in 2K.
where?
What's up, Si? Yes, 3 streams in 1 month. Believe it or not, I'm actually like going. Actually, I think it's more than 3. I'm pretty sure I've done more than 3 this month. But yeah, I'm trying to do it on a somewhat regular basis now that I have like actually my own stuff to work on now. Yeah, cause funky instead of going 4 times. I think it's just playback buffer can't keep up with it. I don't know exactly why it sounds the way that it does. I would like it to be better, but I'm just like got an exam tomorrow. All right. Well, I appreciate the lurks, Hi. But yeah, I think it's just because it's not like especially if you have, well, I don't think it's especially, but I think it's just how Resolve handles playback buffer. That's my best guess. I couldn't tell you exactly why. But I think it's just due to the fact that it has to like make sure that that audio is modifiable, so it's not like playing it back normally, but it's like doing some extra stuff under the hood, so it just can't play it back seamlessly. That's my best guess. Yeah, again, I don't know for sure why. Yeah, so but
if I move green,
I just do 2 times, and that's, you know, that works for me. I wish I could do 4, but it is what it is.
Along the green and magenta axis. So if I move it here, you can see it's moving in that direction. If I move the blue, you'll see it moves towards blue and or yellow, and then red will go towards red cyan. That's also a good way to visually see exactly how these are working. You can do this for any color. So if I move red and cyan, or green and cyan, or blue and cyan, you can see exactly where it's moving. And one thing you'll notice is that
3.5, yeah. I just wish it was like definitely, I wish it was more customizable for sure. I understand that like if you do it on a non 2-factor or whatever the term is called, then it can definitely cause playback issues because it's not like playing the sample size back seamlessly, so like it can get really choppy really quick. But you know, it is what it is.
Isn't breaking apart at all. There's no banding, and everything is pretty clean. I mean, the banding from 8-bit is there present, but it's not crossing over colors, and that's one of the really big benefits of having a tool like this, is your colors aren't going to break apart and skew over each other. So what happens when we use this in an actual environment instead of just on a hue wheel example? Well, let's go ahead and turn this hue wheel. What happens? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn on my webcam over here, and all I have right now on the we can also go the inverse of this, and if I wanted to make myself green, I could push both of these towards so my background isn't changing at all. But if I wanted to change the background and not change these at all, let me go ahead and reset these to their default real quick. And let's just say I want background and get something a little like that. And then because there's a little blue in there, we can also similar to the feed I'm sending it from a different feed. But hopefully this is a tool you can get a lot of really cool use out of and benefits you in some sort of way. And if you wanted to
Okay. Is that how you spell that? How do you spell visualization? Let me just make sure I'm spelling that right. Okay, yeah, it didn't correct me, so we're good. I spelled it right! Amazing.
we can of course up DaVinci Resolve, but I also use, and we can look at this as a free library to
Hey!
Hey,
Where?
Spicy Ice Cream, how's it going and everything else life? Welcome in. How is it going?
Basically, what this tool is you're physically doing is it's breaking up all of these colors into 6 different relative sources. I don't know, not a math teacher. When we look at this red section and say, okay, we need to move to see what specifically we're moving and where. But that's essentially what it's doing from a physical sense. Yeah, hopefully this tutorial.
What's a background music always playing in your stream? Stream beats. Harris Heller's stream beats. It's specifically the lo-fi stuff. They have a lot of lo-fi. But yeah, if you go to streambeats.com, it's still technically under construction, but you can download all the tracks on their Google Drive right here. And so if you can download the entire thing. I primarily use this lo-fi one, and they have like a lot of different stuff in here. So yeah, that's what I use. Okay. What should I call this outro? I'll just call it this is the outro. I don't care. Nobody really cares. Okay. So I got chapter markers. So I just got to go over here. Sort by markers, and then wait a minute. Oh, I have to go to the edit index and then show markers, all of those, and then export edit index from there. And then I'm going to actually I'll just put it in because I got to go to my desktop. The chapter markers I got to make it from here. So let's go ahead and save. And then here's what I was talking about previously, which I hopefully will make a video about soon. But yeah, I'll just double click that. And now I have chapter markers. So that's a really useful tool. Wampus! How's it going? How's everything out with life? Good morning, Mr. Tim. I hope my night's treating you well. Yes, it is. You just missed a little useful tool. So do you know, well, I don't think anybody has this because a viewer of mine actually gave me the script. But I'd probably make a video about it. I think I got his permission to release it. But there's a script that I got that, let's say you put markers in your timeline for like chapter markers and you can title those markers. Yeah, scripts are nice. So I can make markers inside of my timeline exactly where, like, here's where the next chapter is and stuff. I can go to my edit index, and then I can sort by, or just show all the markers, and then you just export your edit index, and it'll export a CSV. And then you can go to that CSV. I just placed it right here. I run this script, and then it generates this text file that gives me all my chapter markers. So I can just copy paste this into the YouTube description, so I don't have to manually write them and look for all the chapter markers again. So it's a nice tool because I'm about to post this video and I'm just gonna post, the chapter markers here. There we go. Nice work, internet. Yes, I like this tool a lot. It's simple, but it does good things. Makes me happy. New banger on the tubers. Yes, I got another one. I've already exported, it's already uploaded. I just need to generate a thumbnail for it. And then once I upload this and post it, I'm gonna start working on the next one. So yeah, all that should be fine. We should probably also generate subtitles as well. I don't think voice isolation matters, but let's just go ahead and mute these. And we will create subtitles. It's content season, baby! It's content season! Let's make some content! But yeah. So... Yep, gotta generate subtitles, chapter markers, title, description, all that's done. Gotta make the thumbnail. And what do we use for thumbnails? Fusion. Cause we are masochistic. We're masochistic. Okay. So yeah, we're doing that. Fusion supremacy, 100%, yes. But yeah, I'll go ahead and make it in Fusion once these subtitles are done. I wonder if I shouldn't have turned on voice isolation. I don't know. For some reason, every time I do the subtitles like the first time around, it takes like 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes. Usually doesn't take that long, but it takes a minute to load the thumbnails. I was watching your old VOD when we were talking about different camera codecs and how different frames. Oh, from the other day? Yeah. I mean, I have a video on that for proxies. My proxy media video actually talks about all of that. I just talked about it again on stream. I could have just said watch this video. Probably would have been the smart thing to do, but I don't do the smart things. I'm not a person that does smart things. Okay, this is taking a little bit longer than it should. Oh, wait a minute. Does it not do it if I have this thing disabled? I actually never tested that. It's stopping. It's stopping. I will wait for it to be done stopping. Let me just see what resources it's taking, because that's usually an indicator that's like, hey, I decided to die. Do you think? I mean, to be quite honest, the last video I made on Croc, I maybe corrected like 2 words throughout the whole thing outside of the intro. Of course, the intro is hard for it to get right, even though it actually does a pretty decent job most of the time. But yeah, outside of that, I corrected 2 words. The rest of it, I got perfectly right. So, I don't know. I keep hearing about people having issues. Oh, it's the spacing. Yeah. Okay, the spacing is an issue, yes. I hope they'll make the changes, yes. Yeah. The thing is like, I don't think it's going to be version 20 that they're going to release. I think it's going to be 19.5. That's not based on any sort of inside information I have with anything. That's just my guess. I have a strong feeling it's going to be a 19.5 because it's been too soon since 19's release. I don't expect that to be a 20 yet. I don't have an inside man, no. Okay, there we go. I just had to force quit it. Do you have inside info of any kind? Not with Black Magic, no. Tell them to put the spline window on the edit page. Dude, that would actually be nuts. That would be so helpful. Because keyframing on the edit page is, I just can't do it. I hate doing it on the edit page. It's so bad. Even with the little viewer in the timeline, like they just need to get rid of the timeline view keyframe window thing, because it's just absolutely astronomically bad. And then just make it its own spline window. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Mute. Okay, let's see if you'll generate it this time. All right, create subtitles. Boop-a-doo, create. Watch it like load immediately this time. Yep, there it is. Okay. I wonder if it had anything to do with the fact that this was disabled. But yeah, the keyframing on the edit page definitely gives me a hernia for sure. And that's why any tools I make, I try to avoid using keyframes. Or having the user use keyframes. Because if everything's automated, that just makes it a lot easier. Alright, let's see if these tub titles... I'm going to start calling them these. These are tub titles. Has nothing to do with the Twitch category that we will not mention or talk about ever. Okay. So obviously I have to fix the intro. Someone, hey, it's Camera Tim, someone who's gonna show you. That's funny. You smart man, nah, that's funny. Hey everybody, it's Camera Tim. I'm gonna show you how to use Tetrahedral interpolation to modify colors cleanly in OBS and stuff. It's kind of close. It got tetrahedral. I'm surprised there. That was impressive.
How to use tetrahedral and modify colors.
Clean the E. It was just cleanly. That was the hardest word to say, honestly. Tetrahedral interpolation was a lot easier for me to say than cleanly. Wait, sorry, presets made of something that ignorant. Wait, do you have a store? I don't have a store yet. Basically, I'm going to post them on Resolve Share. Once I get a few tools completed, I'm going to post them on Resolve Share. The one I'm in the middle of making is so I have the quick highlight tool, which is this one right here, where I can use the diffusion overlay to, like, you know, modify where I want the magnifying glass to be or something like that. So I'm making this a tool available, except I'm completely revamping it, and basically the tool will be able to switch dynamically between a rectangle or a ellipse mask, but they'll both be bound to the same size, center, width, height, and parameters. So if you change it to the other one, you don't have to, like, move it back to where it was. It's always going to be bound to the same spot. And then you'll be able to add, and this is the complicated part. That part was actually easy to do. The complicated part is adding points. So I'm basically going to make, like, let's say you wanted to zoom in on a spot, but then you had like 3 other things you had to zoom in on, and you didn't want to come back out and then go back in, come back out, go back in. I'm basically adding a button or a functionality that will add a point, and you can tell it, like, how many frames you want in between each one. So that it'll, like, go into here and then animate over to here, and then animate out at the very end. I'm running into a slight snag with it. I have part of it working, but there's, like, one slight issue I'm trying to work around. Overall it works, but there's a problem. So hey, is there a reason you? Where? Not necessarily. I like the screw because like, I'm not necessarily bound as much with how far in and out I can go. Whereas the slider is, like, you know, back and forth. I will use the slider for some things, like width and height. Makes sense to only go from 0 to 1, so I'll use the slider for that, because there's, like, it doesn't do anything and provides no advantage for this width and height to go above or below 0 and 1 respectively. So I just keep it that way. What you miss? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right. Oh, it said LBS. No, it's OBS and stuff. It always gets the and stuff.
And OBS and stuff.
All right.
Where there's an intrusive lower third, there's a life.
Oh yeah, I should save that for when you guys actually watch the video. You guys have to watch the video to see what happened there. Did it get Steve Yedlin's name? Oh, it did. Nice. Got Steve Yedlin's name correct. Alright, that's probably right. I'll just check the end then.
And this is when I say I tried to make a no, just
okay, there we go. All right, subtitles are good. That's good enough. I've got a real job, so this can't be dilly-dallying with streams. There you go. Export, subtitles, YouTube, Tetra shader, exports, save. Oops, I forgot. Not like that. I'll just override it. That's fine. Export subtitle without formatting, because by default it adds bold tags for whatever reason. Okay, sleeveless. I'm gonna answer your question real quick, because I think there was probably like a slight disconnect with the comment, because it might not have described it in perfect detail. But let me just move this over here. I'm just gonna make this really short so it's easy to show. Okay, so in the color page, when you're using Magic Mask, make sure you right click on the node tree and add an alpha output. So that's this blue output right here. So you'll want to add the node, or connect the node to the alpha output that's using a Magic Mask. So we'll use this one as an example. So we'll just connect that. And then on Magic Mask, we'll go ahead and just do our track here. I'll just, draw real quick. And then go ahead and just do a quick track here. Again, you can refine it. This is just for an example though, and it's not going to look good right off the bat, but okay. So we have our track here. If we go to the edit page, we can see that it's transparent here. And so in order to bring this into Fusion, because of the order of operations that Fusion always comes before color, we have to make this a Fusion clip. So we right click this, make it a Fusion clip. And now if we go into Fusion on this Fusion clip, now we have the cutout that we can make into a saver node. Because now it's going in, it's already like a pre-made clip in a sense. So when you go into Fusion on it, it's already been through like the first cycle. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, that's how you do it. All right, thumbnail time. It turns black when you make it a Fusion clip. It shouldn't do that. You connected the Magic Mask alpha output to the alpha output node, right? Because that's the first step that needs to happen, right? Can you read how to use a saver briefly? Yes. So like, I'll just go into Fusion here. And just make this a saver. So a saver basically makes an image sequence. So you add a saver node, and you do this in front of whatever you're trying to save. So it doesn't necessarily have to go in front of the whole comp. This can go anywhere. So if I, added a fast noise here and just, increase detail, increase contrast or something, and then made it animate or whatever. And this was like a separate thing. So I go into here. So this is going like on top, whatever, right? If I put the saver in front of the fast noise, like so, the saver would only save this fast noise. It wouldn't save this part. So it would generate an image sequence based on only anything that's going into it. So in order to use it, we just browse, we find a place that we want to save our image sequence, and it'll generate OpenEXR files, which are basically the highest quality stills that you can, some of the highest quality stills you can get. So we save it as OpenEXR, and just know that they're going to be gigantic files, so make sure you have file space. But they are really useful and will play back a lot smoother, especially if you're doing something very, very intensive. So in the saver node, you go to Fusion and then render all savers. It'll render that out. I'm not going to do it because this is a lot of frames to render. I'm not going to bog down PC. But once you do that, you render the saver. It'll save the whole image sequence. And then you can disconnect the saver and whatever. You can keep all the nodes in there that were there previously, but then you just use a loader node. And then you click on any one of the images that it generated from the image sequence. It doesn't matter which one, it's going to load the same thing. You open that, and then you ensure that it's the same frame as your starting point. For the global in and out, you need to specify that, hey, I need to start on this frame because that's the frame we generated. So I'll just copy this and post that in there. And then if we load this, then it plays back the way that it should. And I can connect this into the foreground here, and now we have the shader working. And of course, this isn't the fast noise we just generated. This is just an example, but that's how you would use it. So yeah, that's how the saver and loader nodes work. It's working. it was working on the edit page until I made it a fusion clip. So in the edit page, you saw the what am I looking for? Viewer background, yes, checkerboard. So yeah, in the color page, you did see. Let me just draw it real quick. It's funny, the faster takes longer, right, for me right now. Oh, you forgot the loader part. Yeah. Saver is what makes the image sequence or pre-renders it. Loader is what actually pulls the image sequence and plays it back. Okay. Set alpha output, blue dot. Okay, so these are connected, and then when you go back to the edit page, it does show the checkerboard, right? Yes, okay. And then when you go in here and then make this a new fusion clip, specifically, now it turns black when it does this, when you do this part? And then when you open Fusion on that magic mask, does it show it then, or does it still just show the black screen? Or when you pull the media in one in the first viewer, like it all just shows a black screen still? And those YouTube delay stuff. Still black. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Why would that be the case? This works on an edit page. Putting it into a fusion clip specifically makes it black. That doesn't make any sense at all. Why would that do that? When you open the fusion clip in the timeline and you go back to I didn't track it, so there's only one frame. I don't know which one it is. But when you go into open the timeline and go into the clip, does it show it there? Or does it still show a black screen here? I mean, it could just be, I mean, it very possibly could be that it's still trying to load the frame. I don't know how long it should take. It shouldn't take that long. It should just be pretty immediate, or a few seconds or something. But, I mean, who knows? There are a lot of variables that it could be. So, but yeah, I mean, it should just show that maybe it'll take a couple minutes for it to load for you. I'm not sure. I would try and open it in timeline and see if that loads the clip or not, or if it opens correctly there. And then if it does, then go back to your timeline. Then maybe it was just all black. I'll try again. Okay, yeah. Let me know if it's still doing it. I'm not exactly sure what the remedy that would be, because that is a little weird. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, just let me know. All right, let's go in and I should probably make sure I make this the right size, because this is a 1920 by 1080. It's probably going to default all the other ones to that though. Kind of line with this, if I use a magic mask fusion or color page and I go to the edit page, it plays fine through, but if I try to move the subject with position, the clip turns black. That probably has to do with magic mask caching. Magic mask caching. Wow, say that 5 times fast. Yeah, in that instance, so if you move it, technically you're moving the position where the magic mask was tracking, so the caching just kind of gets screwed up at that point. Because I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think in order of operations. If you modify something in the edit page, but you take that into Fusion or the color page, technically, I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure Fusion and color don't take into account or are not reading the transform settings on the edit page. So they just see whatever image you're sending into it. So if the image is different in any sort of way, like any pixel different, then whatever it previously cached no longer exists in Magic Mask's mind. So the way to remedy that is if you do the Magic Mask track, you'll want to render it as a saver first, because then it doesn't need to keep the cache of the Magic Mask. All right, let me see if this does it. Yeah, it does. Okay, let me just change that real quick. I'm gonna have to change them all because I don't want to change the timeline. I should change the timeline, but I'm lazy. This probably doesn't matter, but I'm gonna do it anyways, just for fun. All right, copy this. That. Do a gradient. No, not a gradient. A four color, a four corner. Actually, this one's OBS, so later saver animate in the edit page via keyframes. Yeah, so I would do the saver loader, and then when you have the loader plugged in, then animate that with keyframes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they're looking into a better way to cache Magic Mask tracking because it's a lot of neural engine complex data. But yeah, because then if you do the saver loader, then it's not relying on caching anymore. It's just loading pre-rendered images, and then you can move that wherever you want. So yeah, I would probably just. Like, I wouldn't go the color page route if you can avoid it. If you need the color page for like the person track or whatever for it to work better, you can do that. Just use the alpha output thing. I'm not sure why Sleeveless is having the issues there. I don't know if that's like a renderer issue. I don't know what the issue could possibly be, but you know, hopefully it's fixable, or if it's just like a loading or caching thing, or just like moving the frames around. We'll see. Okay, so because this is OBS, I don't want to use the default resolve one, or maybe I don't even use the, well, no, I'll still use it because I'm cheesy like that. No, not bottom left, bottom right. Oh boy, there's like no black in it. Well, I can still probably use that and then just increase the contrast. Oh, I can do that and it'll fix the edges. That can work. Actually, for my other OBS videos, what did I do? That's the question. Yeah, I just did like a gradient there. I did regular background there. That was Croc, so yeah. Yeah, and this was before it. Well, actually, no, that wasn't before. I still did it there. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. Because the OBS logo is just literally black and white. There's not really a whole lot to do with it. Oh, actually, can I... Is there like a swirl? A swirl effect? I'm curious now. Let me look. It'd probably be under warp. Oh, vortex. Hey, this is kind of what I'm looking for. Well, there we go. Okay. So that kind of works. That's pretty funny. So actually I think we can probably just make these their original resolutions. Except the way it was this. I'm making a thumbnail and just having fun with it. The question is like, how do I get it to not skew? Let's see, because this... Is the vortex based on a smaller thing or something? Or maybe the vortex actually should go up here. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Because then that basically is functioning like the mask. Okay, yeah, that works a lot better. Use a coordinate space. Oh. That one works? Let me try it. I'm curious. Oh. He probably did a little bit more. Yeah, I would love to see the macro. That'd be very interesting. I mean, the vortex does give me what I want. Like this will work, but I'm very curious to see what he has. Okay, let me open Discord and show all of my personal DMs. Just kidding. Okay, let me see this. All right, let me put it in the right folder here. I think it's the app data folders, right? Can't remember. I always mix up the program data and the other folders. Okay, Fusion, macros. Okay, yeah, this is right. So let me save that there. Let me go back. Go. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Okay. Let me see this. Oh. So he's just got this. Oh, and then he just does the slices here. So this is definitely a duplicate node. Nicholson. Oh, it was. What? And then coordinate space, I'm assuming puts that. Oh. Huh. It's like a circus stand. That's funny. If you open the group, there's a coordinate space in it. Oh, so it goes. Okay, so open this group. Huh. That's weird. Okay. And then he just uses like a background mat. I see how that works, yeah. And then that merges together and then you just duplicate that. Throw in a coordinate space to do. Oh. That's a smart way to do it. Huh. Yeah, I just have a basic pinwheel that I use a duplicate node. And then I can just, you know, do however many copies I want, like this. And I just base my angle on the copies. So that's basically how I do this. I just make the copies a whole number and then the angle is dynamically adjusted to perfectly align. And then I just use this pinwheel as a mask over a background, and that's how I get the thing. But the vortex is like adding a new spin to it here, pun intended. It's interesting how you can do like similar things with different things. Alright, we'll just make that 2.5 or something. Yeah, let's make that 5 or something. I can probably clip white, actually. I'll clip them both. And then this background might actually be able to be useful. Let's make that a gradient. I'll just do like a blue tone or something. Then we'll do 2.5, 1, 0.5, 0. Okay, maybe that's a little too dark. Do that. Bring this down just a touch, maybe. That works. Cool. So, I mean, it works. Let's go really spirally with it. Oh my goodness, that's disorienting. I'm sorry. That was a lot. I apologize for being a lot. Okay. Now let's actually do the thing. Let's pull in a thumb. Yeah, let me make these bigger. And we'll look at them together. Looking at these thumbs. Trying to figure out which one would be best to use. Very nice pointer. I'm a pointer. I'll give you a pointer. There you go. There's your bad joke for the day. Can you make one holding something? I mean, I could. I'm wearing green specifically for St. Patrick's Day, so I don't want to do it with this because it's like a very specific color. It doesn't look good for thumbs. Yeah, I've been using this one multiple times, and I don't want to do that one again. This one could work. Bottom right. The very bottom right. Talk about this one? Or are you talking about this one? So this is 17, this is 15. Oh, by the way, for YouTube viewers specifically, there's a very nice trick when watching YouTube live streams. If you increase your playback speed by pressing Shift period, it'll catch you up to the live buffer. 15? Okay, interesting. Let's check that one out. So that's this one. So here, what do you guys think? Which one? Left or right? Start a poll. Team left. Ooh. Yeah, I would not have picked this one. But I can see your eyes more. Fair. That is fair. So I guess if we're doing that comparison, I should throw a bunch of it and do a thumb off. Because there's like this one too. I can increase the brightness to match this one, of course. I need to make the color space transform a sandwich. I think expression is a bit more candid. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, because there's this one. A little goofy. And then this one was like a lot. Yeah, this one was one I used quite a bit back in the day. But yeah, okay, I'll go with this one. I don't think I need to do anything to the color. I think I actually got this one right off the top. Alright, row dilate, brightness contrast, bring lift up, pre-buy multiply, put the media back on top, there we go. Row dilate, circle. Again, I'm really bad at making stuff presets. Okay, that should work. The hitchhiker is good. Got some good solid pointers. Got some good solid pointer poses. Got some pointer poses. Pinpointed pointer poses. I need to stop. Alright, so we got that. Let's go ahead and move this over. Now let's see. What do I want to highlight for this? I could probably take a still frame of... I don't know if they made any expressions on this though. That's the thing. Oh wait, there was like a minor one. Eh. Maybe I should just do a screenshot of the filter itself. Oh wait, maybe I should do it on the. I don't have a webcam in here. Shoot. I'll do it on my other computer. Alright. In our speech subtitles has resulted to a pretty good job of making them. I think so, yes. The thing that people actually most often complain about with subtitles is their spacing. But in terms of their accuracy, they're really good. Also, this is kind of cool. Using the Tetra shader, you can solo out specific colors. I wish I had mentioned that in the video. I kind of alluded to it. Like you can figure it out from watching the video, but you wouldn't necessarily know exactly how to do it just from the video. You would have to figure it out, but yeah, you can solo out specific colors, which I think is kind of cool. All right. Let me do shoot, how's this gonna work? I can make a source clone. Do webcam. Clone type source. Clone this. Whoa! Okay, let me fit this to screen so it's not weird. You guys are looking at my nose. All right. Let's use the DaVinci shader.
Bald by camera, Tim.
Hey, Chronos SV 69. How's it going? Everything on his life. Welcome in. I covered the. Of course, as soon as I make the source clone, it covers up all the alerts. Amazing. That's awesome. Glad I did that. Okay. I'm so good at this, guys. I'm like the best. I'm the best. Okay, Tetra shader. Open that. All right, I'm gonna make sure I move this underneath so I don't actually like do that. Okay. Open that. Can I show the whole thing?
Hey!
Oh, I can.
Where?
Hey, Simply Dennis, how's it going? Everything on his life? Welcome in. All right, I think this will work. This can definitely work. Can you gift me an FS6? If you gift me a GFX Eterna. How do I do it on a Mac keyboard? Let's see, it's Windows Shift S, so that's... Wait a minute, how do I do that with this?
Hey! Where?
Hey, where do I donate? Hey, Chronos, where do you donate? I think there's a link at the bottom. I think. I'm definitely not expecting anything, but you can do that. In the panels. Well, for work I get the FX6 over the turn it. Why? Well, for the work I need. Okay, that's fair. I mean, we don't know how the Eterna is going to perform technically. So, you have a slight sunburn though. I'm on mobile. I don't know how to do it on mobile. I think. Like, where can you go for that? I don't know. I've never done it on mobile. I don't know. Let me see. Oh yeah, you can do it that way. Yeah, if you're watching the stream, so like here, I can probably show this. Oh, I gotta take the screenshot. Hold on, let me take the screenshot first. Oh, I guess well, Dennis posted the link. Thanks, Dennis. Now I can buy you the FS6. No, I'm kidding. That would be pretty funny, though. All right, that looks about right. Okay. All right, what am I doing? I needed a hi-hat tripod and a 7200. Very nice. Yes. Need that too. Okay. Wait a minute. New. Oh shoot. I forgot. I have OBS. Okay, hold on. Settings. That's funny. There's the OBS setting where it says hide OBS windows from screen capture. That also applies to screenshots. That's so funny. Okay. I promise I'm doing a. Well, if grown, I don't donate. You're fine. I'm not asking for anything. Just you being here is great. Oh, I'm smiling during the screenshot. Hold on. I need to do that again. You seem so nice. I try to be a person that can be somewhat kind, I guess. I try to be helpful. There we go. You'll see what I use that for in a second. All right, let me put this on YouTube. Tetra shader, graphics, and put that there. Okay. Now I can remove this source altogether. 100 Malaysian points. There you go. I get the points. Points are great. Okay. Now I saved that to my other PC through the network. So now I should be able to go in here. Let me just open the folder. Oops. Graphics. And then right here. Throw that into the graphics folder. Okay, now I'll go back into here.
Hey!
Young running back. I have not gotten that one before. Jojo Majojo. Wow. Oh my word. What's up, Jojo? How's it going? How's everything? How is life? What's new? There's a lot of things that are new. I don't know how to describe it in one swoof. I don't even know what I meant by swoof. Now I'm curious. I've never gotten that one before. Huh. I'd probably need to see a younger picture of him because I don't really I think I can kind of see it with the eyes, but oh well. All right, what was I doing? Right, graphics. Here we go. I need the capture. Did it not drop in there? Okay, come on. Graphics. Go in here. Okay, now it loaded it. Did it go into the wrong folder or something? No, it just didn't work. Okay, Awesome. Not much here to be honest. Had a nice local project for the local youth group released, and that was fun. Awesome. Well, that's good to hear. There we go. This is what I was doing. Now to make this look good is the next challenge. Something like that, probably. Maybe rotate it just for the memes. We'll just copy our road dilate here, use it again. Boink. Boink. Boink.
Hey!
Hey, it's Mika.
Where?
How's it going on everything I was life? Am I witnessing a time that? Yes. Yes, you are. That is precisely what you are witnessing. Okay, so these go over here. All right, did it not copy it? Oh, no, it did. It did. Oh, and that's because of the transform here. Right. I need to fix that. Okay, just add a background. Get transparent. Flip these. And then the transform, I just need to bring it back. There we go. It's going to be so dumb.
Hey!
Hey, out of order. How's it
Where?
going on everything I was life? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I think I do want to chop off the side. Height can be the same. Let me just see. I mean, I guess I can just do it like this. So I'm keeping the whole rest of that side. I just want to chop off the filter part. That can work. What a workflow this is, yeah. it's bonkers. Don't get me wrong. If you're familiar with Affinity Designer or something like that, please use that. Don't do what I'm doing. But if you want to use Fusion to make your thumbnails, I have a video on it. Now I actually made the thumbnail video not just to show how to do it in Fusion, but kind of showed like the 4 different types of things that every given thumbnail can use. You don't have to use all 4 of them. I forget what they even were, but I basically go over like conceptually, like here's how you use like a subject, here's how you use a background, here's how you use like supporting items, here's how you use text and stuff. So it's more or less like, it's more so not necessarily showing how to do a good design, but more of like here's how the tools work and here's how you can utilize each type of subject matter. How to never use an Adobe project ever again. That's what I'm going for. That's the goal. All right, now I just need, I can probably put in, ooh, I have a thought. I have an interesting thought. Let's try something here. Oh wait, no, not croc. Why am I doing that? Hold on, I didn't accidentally do that in my other video, did I? Wait, what did I do that for? Oh, I know where it was. Okay, never mind. Not croc. I need to open a different project here. Or maybe I did it. Oh, I did it in here and I had deleted it. Of course I did. I deleted it. Oh, I'm a dingus. I'm a diggity dingus. I'm just really good. I do have a question. Maybe the other I'm not qualified to answer. Okay. All right. It's a high task now. All right, so I guess I'll just go back to, I think it's the music retiming one. And I'll just load it from there. If it's in here. Oh, it is in here. It's just like really, really small. Okay, cool. Great. This is what I need. Okay, so copy this. I really should make this a macro. So I'm going to do that. Macro. Create macro. Call this resolve 3D logo. I'll just save it as a group so I can open it whenever I need. Okay. That way I don't have to keep going into other projects. Again, I'm really bad at like practicing what I preach and say like, hey, you should use macros. Okay, close croc, don't save. And then close music retiming, don't save. This is a big question. I've got a couple hundred hours of footage. It's 1080p, nothing crazy, however, may have me. I've not recorded all 100K at the bitrate. I actually hate this. It's not the bitrate that's a problem. I can tell you why though. What do? I could offload them and turn them into proxies or optimize media, but storage-wise, seems like both options are nightmares. Apparently 20 terabytes is not enough. So you will probably most likely want to use the media management tool. That's probably going to be your best option. There's multiple ways you can utilize this. So obviously you're probably going to want to transcode this and use like H.265 or something for archival purposes. So you can do all the same stuff that you do on the deliver page, and you can either do the whole entire project, or you can select a certain amount of clips in your media pool and convert them that way. Another thing you can do though is if you go to the projects that you have like all the stuff in and you've edited it down, and you only want to use like the stuff that the timeline media that you used, and you don't need all the extra fluff, you can select your timelines, or you could probably do that by the entire project. Actually, I don't think you need to do timelines, but you can just cut out only the media that you've used, and you can like keep 24 frames handles just in case you need it, but you can essentially like keep the original fidelity of the footage, but only keep the stuff that you've used, and then just copy all of those and cut out all the big stuff that you don't need, but you still have the essential stuff that you recorded. So media management's probably the best way to go about doing that. So the reason the bitrate's not a problem though is because it's the codec that's the issue. If you're trying to edit H.264 or H.265, it doesn't matter like the bitrate necessarily. I mean, the bitrate does play a factor, but it's a significantly smaller factor. The whole interframe and intraframe codec stuff is really what's the biggest thing. So like if you work with DNxHR or ProRes or go for Cineform, or whatever, those will play back significantly faster, even those are gigantic in file size comparatively. I have a video on proxy media if you want to watch that, and I also have a video on the media management tool. So if you want to look into both of those will probably give you the best reference for what you can do, and give you the best idea of like the best course of action, so you can like keep the stuff without destroying your footage. But you can greatly reduce the file size based on just only what you used, unless you want to keep the entirety of your hundreds of hours. But I would imagine you probably don't, just if I had to guess. Prior to editing playback is a dumpster fire. Even downgrading the timeline resolution playback view. Yeah, that won't help you at all. I have two versions of the footage test. The only thing that this thing right here, this timeline playback resolution, the only thing this actually helps with is not the footage itself. It's anything with effects. I wish this didn't say. Well, okay, so timeline playback resolution is a little bit more helpful. I think it used to say like proxy playback resolution, or timeline proxy resolution or something like that. I'm glad they switched this to playback because that actually is a little bit more accurate to what it actually is. But this only has to do with the effects. This doesn't have to do with playing back your footage because it still has to do the same kind of decoding to H.264 and H.265 footage, so it doesn't really save any speed. So this will not make it like if you're just playing the footage back, this will make zero difference. The proxies that you do want to generate, again, you can use the media management tool to generate your proxies if you want to, but this is where you want. You don't want to use H.264, H.265 for proxies because then you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of proxies in general. Unless the only benefit to this is if you're sending it to somebody for remote editing, you can send it a lot faster that way. That's really the only benefit to using H.264, H.265 for proxies specifically. But if you're just doing it for playback, definitely do not use these. You need one of the DNxHR, or if you're on a Mac, it's ProRes proxy. I use DNxHR LB because it's the lowest bitrate version of it that you can use. ProRes proxy, I think, is the lowest possible. And I think you can only do that with vocoder on PC, which is a little bit weird to set up. Actually, can media management use vocoder? I never actually checked that. I don't think it can. No, it cannot. Okay. Yeah, it's only on the deliver page. So that'd be annoying to set up. But yeah, I definitely suggest watching the proxy media and the media management tool videos. I can show you which ones those are real quick because that'll give you all the context you need. So let's pull this up. Sterling came out with another video. I'm live somehow. Okay, so if we go through here, it is this one right here. This is the DaVinci Resolve proxies right here. This one, you'll definitely want to watch that one. And then the other one is this one. So yeah, these two right here. So the DaVinci Resolve biggest workflow secret, media management, this one, and then the proxy media one are the two that you're gonna want to use because that'll give you all the stuff. All right, now I want to see if this works. Okay, so Resolve logo. And of course, we're not going to use the Resolve logo. We're going to switch it to the OBS logo. Are these instants or no? No, they're not. Let me see if I have the OBS logo in here. I do. Switch that to the OBS logo. Nice. And then the glow I could probably be a little less extreme with. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my goodness, I forgot I still haven't. Oh my goodness, Pico. Gifting 5 subs? Oh my goodness. And suddenly,
Where?
oh my goodness, Bill Illusory Doc, how's it going with everything else life? Oh my goodness, guys. My alerts have exploded. You just changed it 5 times. Oh my word. Biko, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. That's ridiculous. Guys, if you were a recipient of the... You just subbed to YouTube too? Thank you so much, Bill Illusory Dog. Oh my goodness. Guys, if you were a recipient of one of the gifted subs from Biko, please give him a big thank you for... we got Biggs Edits, we got Wampus, we got Simply Dennis, Sai, and Mama Tipsy, all receiving gift subs from Biko. That was ridiculous. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That was definitely not necessary, but wow. What's a gifted sub? It's specific to Twitch. because I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, so a lot of the Twitch alerts will be shown on YouTube. But thank you for the help. Oh, of course, I'm glad to do it. Oh yeah, a lot of the alerts will switch over. There are some that actually are like duplicated, so like the TRDR garbage understanding I have is H265, AP4, etc. Things that aren't pros yet. I'm finding it uncompressed. They happen to be uncompressed, and DaVinci is trying to translate what is happening. Is replica kind of. Oh my goodness, Benjamin Bloxy coming in with the prime. Oh my goodness, we're never gonna get any work done. And I still need to move that. Okay, I gotta fix that lightning position because it's wrong.
Hey!
All right, Benjamin Bloxy, thank you so much for the prime sub. That was so not necessary, but I'm really glad you chose to use it here. That was, thank you so much. Okay, so you've got it. You've got the idea of it correct. The issue is that it's because it's heavily compressed is why it's having a hard time translating what's happening. So quick question, OBS 30 just updated. What should I worry about? Well, are you updating from 29 or like 27 or before? I haven't really noticed anything specific with OBS 30 that's been... Oh, OBS 20. Oh, so you have done OBS 27. Oh, okay. All your plugins will break. Yeah, the entire infrastructure of OBS basically changed from 27 to 28. So you will need to most likely re-download or reconfigure all of your plugins because most of the plugins had to be rebuilt or at least reconfigured so that they work with OBS 28 or higher. So definitely do that. What I would suggest doing is using the StreamOut plugin manager. And that... from Andy Lippy and Silverlink, those guys are absolute legends in the OBS community. So if I go here, you can use the StreamUp plugin installer and it'll have like the entire list, at least, and it's manually updated too, but you'll have basically the whole list of OBS plugins that you can download. And this will help a lot with making sure you're updated and with all the latest plugins. And I think it also comes with a plugin inside of OBS as well that will that'll update you as soon as you open it. It'll say, hey, these plugins are out of date, there's new versions of it, you should download those. So and I can show you what that looks like too if I go here. I think okay, it's not going to show because I have all my plugins updated, but basically it'll show a pop-up and it'll show like, hey, this is the current version of the plugin you have, you need this one. And so you can download it directly from this, but yeah. I'm starting over, so it's okay. Oh, if you're starting over, then yeah, it's not a huge deal. Then yeah, you should mostly be fine. So the only plugin that really had to fully change that became a different download altogether, at least that I was using, was NDI. So if you're using NDI, that's like a whole different plugin now. It's called Distro AV. And this is what I'm using to send my main PC to my streaming PC. But yeah, if you look Distro AVI, or I think if you still look up an OBS NDI, it'll show up normally. So let's do that. OBS NDI. Yeah, it'll be the first result here. So yeah, you can download this directly from the OBS website as well. I'm pretty sure the plugin manager has it too, but they're too big for me so far. It's really nice because then it avoids me using a capture card for to capture my other PC. And what's really nice is like if I was using capture card to capture this, I'd have to capture 3 different monitors. So, but I can avoid that by using NDI. Name a freeway to EQ my mic. It's a robot. Name a freeway. There's a few of them. Let's look them up. So the most common one for a while were the Reaper VST plugins. The site looks really old for some reason. They just never updated it. But yeah, you can download the Reaper plugins right here. You'll most likely have this one, the 64-bit version. This comes with an EQ right here. This one does pretty decent. It's not my favorite, and I haven't used this one in a while, but it, you know, it does work. The other one that I actually like more are from Melda Productions. If you get their M3FX bundle here, you can go and just do the free download. This one comes with a number of really nice EQ plugins, or just number of plugins, I should say. I think this one, yeah, these are all the ones you get in the free one. So it comes with a compressor, it comes with different reverb stuff. The M equalizer, this is the one. This EQ is the one I like the most for a free one. What if I have no clue what I'm doing in terms of audio? Don't watch me. I mean, in terms of okay, NDI 2OP. NDI is wonderful. YouTube will be your best friend for sure. Network NDI too big for. Okay, yeah, I read that already. Yeah, I mean, if you're using NDI, definitely make sure you're using Ethernet on all cylinders. But if I just pull this up right here, let me just add a. Oh, I'm not gonna do it on the music. I'll do it on this one because I don't want you to. Actually, that might be good to like hear what it's doing. So I'm gonna do that. So let me just use the VST plugin, and let's do M equalizer. Okay, open plugin interface. Okay. And just for clarity, the way I did that was I went in here and then added the VST plugin here, and then I just chose. I have a bunch of stuff, as you can kind of see. But yeah, so I do M equalizer. I open the interface plugin, and then it gives me this. So basically, and I'm not an audio engineer, so go watch somebody that actually knows what they're talking about. But generally speaking, the way you properly EQ is you do your cuts first. And by cuts, that means like bringing this down, or bringing your frequencies down. So if something sounds like overly prevalent, you want to bring down cuts first. So you do all of your like reductions and stuff before you do anything where you raise the audio. Because if you start raising stuff, you're making the bad frequencies more prevalent, and it becomes much harder to cut them down. So definitely do all of your cuts first, and then you can start raising any other ones that you need. So I like this plugin. I like the way this one sounds personally. So that's a good one to use. But definitely watch people. Here's one video to see. I think he has, but he hasn't gone into specific detail about it as far as I'm aware. I wonder, because the person I would probably trust the most with audio stuff would be Podcastage. I don't know if he's done a video on EQing though, so let me look. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, so Podcastage has done a video, so I would watch this. I've never watched this video, and I would watch it because this guy really knows what he's talking about. A guy that's lesser known that would probably be good too. Would be Miscast Joe. I don't know if he's done an EQ video though. Yeah, it's gonna be harder to find. I need to actually go to his channel. Yeah, Miscast Joe is like a very underrated YouTuber, but he does know his stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's done that specifically. I don't know. But yeah, I would watch Podcastage's video because that's probably going to be your best bet in getting something like somewhat accurate. Yep, no problem. Hopefully that's somewhat helpful. Okay, I'm probably not gonna mess with this. Wee. Yeah, because I think. Yeah, I might have. Yeah, I think I already like optimized this the best I could, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I just realized the vortex is going the wrong way. You know how to remedy that? Take out the negative. There we go. That's fixed. And then for text, I'll probably do like a gradient or something. This might look weird, but let's see, can I even do a full spectrum gradient here? Oh, I can. I just need to... Oh, right. I need to add multiple points. Duh. I knew that. Okay, so I can do this. And then, so 60. Actually, let me just put that at the top and then make it 60. And then we'll make this... Let's shoot this all the way to the top. Make this 120. Actually, probably the full colors are already in here. I just now realized that. Is this what it is? Yeah, it is. Although I don't want to do that one yet. That's over here. This one's cyan. Yeah. What's that one? Oh, that's just desaturated. Okay. And then this one's magenta. Which is 300. There it is. And then this one's just going back to full red again. Okay, so now I just got to divide the points evenly. So it's like what, 0.2? This might not be right. 0.4. Yeah, I don't think this is right. 0.6. It's got to be divided. Yeah, because then that's 1, so I need to divide it further. So that's by 5, so I need to do... What's by 6? 100 divided by 6. 16 points. Okay, great. Fantastic. All right, so we'll just do 1666. Or here. I can do 6 divided by 1. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, 0.1666666. I'll just do that. It doesn't have to be super precise. This is a thumbnail. Okay, so this is 333. This one is 5, because that's the center. This one's 66666. Yeah. And then this one is 8.33. No, 0.883. There we go, and then that's 0. Or that's 1. Okay. Cool. So we got that. Now, how do I rotate the gradient? Can I do that? Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, but it's doing it per character. No, I need it per text. I can just make that 90. And there we go. Let's go back to ChatGPT. All right, let's see what ChatGPT spits out. Do we use any of them? That's the question. See if this works. You position exact shift, perfect adjustments. Perfect adjustments might work. What do you guys think? I'm trying to figure out what I want the text to be. Oops. Trying to see. It's not shift colors. I don't want that. Maybe a different font. Oh, I use this font in all of them. I'm trying to think of what I want this to say. We can figure out the font in a second. I'm trying to figure out what the text should actually say. So I have some ideas of like, I think perfect adjustment sounds pretty decent. The idea is that like this tool is about being able to shift your colors and hues very accurately and precisely. I'm trying to figure out how do I summarize that in 2 to 3 words. Maybe precise color shift. Precise color shift can work. And then I'll just color anything perfectly. Oh. Color anything perfectly. Because then I can add, like on the outline, I could just make a solid white outline here. That doesn't look good actually. Maybe... The outline only looks good if it's darker. Fix your camera. That's close. I mean, okay, so one of it is not totally off there because this tool this concept was originally designed to match cameras, match different cameras, so it's not like wrong. So all right, color anything perfectly, shift your colors, precision color, perfect precision. I am kind of digging perfect or precise color shifts. Color grading made easy. I mean, there is that. Yeah, because the working title I have for this right now is how to change colors and shift hues cleanly in OBS, but that might be a little bit of a run-on. I try to describe the bigger problem if you're leaving not a technical solution with your thumbnail. You don't necessarily the text on the thumbnail. It's true, you don't. So like, this is what it would look like without it. Yeah, we could increase it. Let's look at that. It like doesn't actually have to. Well, maybe it should be on the screen. You made the background angle. It could look like old school. See, the thing is, most of my things are that. Because they're resolve related. It's like if you go and if you look at all my other videos, like that's basically what they are. Because it's kind of matching the color shift of the resolve logo. That's kind of the idea. Wampy is the thumbnail king. Yeah, Wampy is great. No, Wampy. I'm gonna call you Wampy from now on. The arrow. I did want to just throw in the arrow. So let's just slap that on. Throw in a transform here. Shrink in size to suit her mood. This can probably actually go over top. Maybe angle it a bit. And let's open the mask up here and just maybe pull this down a little bit. That's a great arrow I've ever seen. Good, I got one for this stamp of approval. Let's go. Arrow good. Perfect. Color corral. Yes, that works too. Okay, so arrow good. And we can have it on top, something like that. I mean, is that good enough? Do you think that conveys the message? And then the title is just, it is what it is? I'd be willing to run it, see how it does. You do person? Okay. I want to try it. Yeah, screw the text. Let's run it. I'm gonna add a little bit more contrast to the arrow here. I'm team less is more with thummies. Yeah, that's true. All right, let's run it. Save image. JPEG. Exports. Thummy. Save. YouTube. Exactly when you watch. What is this cool thing? Yes. All right. Good. I like that. See, this is why I need to do the thumbnails live, because I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea how this works. Okay. Let's go ahead and post a video then. Okay. Title, by the way. Do we need to rework the title, do you think? Because like this is kind of like a more technical explanation, kind of. So we could go for something like, how to. I mean, we could just go with how to color grade in OBS, but I never mentioned grading in the video. So I mean, it's a toss-up. I achieve perfect camera colors. I don't think it's too clickbaity. No. Because here's some other ones I got. This is like the first iteration I got. It's like unlock perfect colors in OBS with my custom. I'm not gonna say my custom shader. That's dumb. I made a custom to fix your colors. Yeah. The thing is, like, I guess we're not necessarily fixing someone's problem. It's more of like multifaceted, because like the idea, I like to fix OBS color issues instantly. Where's that one at? Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, that one's pretty good. But yeah, it's like, this isn't necessarily, I mean, it could be solving some of the issues. So the thing is, like, this tool is twofold. One is like, this can add some features. So like, if I pull this up, and I don't explicitly say this in the video, but you can do this. I can use this Tetra shader to like solo out a specific color. So if I just turn this on, I can desaturate everything else, but now I have my faces fully covered. And this is just using the Tetra shader to do this. So, like, you can do stuff like that. So it can do specialized things, or it can do like color grading things. The color cartel. That's funny. You're a wizard, Harry. So I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of like how to achieve perfect colors, like maybe not exclusively the camera, because it can apply to games too. I just don't know how much people would want to use it for games. But then again, like, I did get comments on other videos, like when I talked about the subtractive saturation thing, where people could use it for their games. So it's like, how broad do I make it while still fitting it into the niche of like, here's who this is for? Because you can like do specific corrective adjustments to your camera, but you can also do like really specialized things. Like, let's say I only wanted to see the red stuff inside of my game, or I only wanted to see the blue stuff inside of the game. Like, I wanted a way to modify that. You can do that. You can do all of that with this tool. So something that'd be real broad. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. It's like, I want it to be a broad use. So like, shift hues might not like get anyone. So I'm gonna remove that. How to change colors cleanly in OBS. How to how do I go about doing this? Finally, accurate colors on me. That one's funny. No more color filtering. Get Hollywood grade colors. No. OBS streamers need this shader. Streamers need this shader. There you go. That's the title. Streamers need this tool. And here's like 20 more I did. Master OBS color accuracy. How many times precise shift hues? Precise color control in OBS. Precise color control in OBS isn't bad. Accurately shift any color in OBS. Do secret pixel? I don't like that one. OBS colors exactly how you want them. How I built it was, yeah, that's lengthy. Color accuracy solved. Fix and fine tune OBS colors with mathematical precision. For all you nerds. Unmatched OBS hue shifting. I don't like the word unmatched. It's not really searchable. Precisely dial in OBS colors. See, it's got to be like, what? Oh, so what's like the most searched term here? Oh, Harris is live. Tell him to raid me. Just kidding. Don't do that. That'd be bad. What was I doing? So, rape, please. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have to do the incognito thing because it's gonna do the filter search or whatever it's called. Okay, so fresh YouTube, OBS color. What is it? So color correction settings. OBS color grading plugin. I could call it plugin instead of shader. That is something people look for a lot. That's weird. People search OBS color space? Really? That surprises me that that's that high up. Your stream looks like crap. Here's how to fix it. Your stream sucks. Your stream looks like Harris. No, I'm kidding. I razz on Harris sometimes. It's all in good fun. Color flex. Oh, I don't know about color flex. We need searchable terms. That's the thing. It's like, how do I say exactly what this is while making it very searchable? That's the problem, the crux of the problem I'm running into right here. Because change colors cleanly doesn't really talk about color grading. That's the problem. Because this is ultimately a grading tool. Oh, I know. There, how's that? How to color grade accurately in OBS. Tetra Shader plugin. I'll put it both. There we go. There we go. How to color grade accurately in OBS. We did it. That's it. We did this together. Okay, Tetra Shader, exports. Pull up Thummy. There it is. Now, what I need you guys to do is have this video on loop. Okay. So, 5 spicy stars. Awesome. All right, next. Monetization on, because I want all of your money. Just kidding. Add, yep, none of this is in there. Next, oh, submit rating. Next. Okay, add subtitles. We're gonna upload with timing. Upload this. Done. Gonna add an end screen. I like to list all my live streams as like, here's some videos you can add. Why would I do that? I probably won't do oops, something went wrong. Awesome. Love it when things go wrong. Okay, we'll do this and then we'll just do best for viewer because I don't really have anything specific for this. Is there a benefit to adding your own subtitles besides text accuracy? Yes, there is. It makes them, it actually like allows people to search for it a lot easier. Because it uses because it's weird, I didn't know this before, but like roughly 30 to 40% of my viewers use closed captioning. It's bonkers. And if you only have the ones that are like, yes, it's crazy. Yes, it's, I do it for every single one of my videos all the time. Yes, 100% use closed captions. Yes. It's ridiculous how many people use it. But then when you think about it, how many people are like scrolling on their phones and you just watch the preview of it and what's there before the sound plays? The captions. Also, what I didn't know, and I got a comment on this one time, I can't remember which video it was, but they were like, thank you so much for taking the time to make sure these captions are accurate because I'm in India and it's much easier to translate. I'm like, oh, that's also super valuable. So it makes the translation much more accurate too. But yeah, everybody's doing closed captioning. So it gives you more searchability. So, because your video is automatically more attractive if it has closed captions. So yeah. Okay. I don't think I need to choose a specific. I mean, I could choose the color monitor one because that is something I talk about in it. I referenced it earlier in the video though, so I don't need to mention it again, I think. So I'll just do best for viewer. That's fine. Cool. That's how it ends. All right. Add cards. I do need to add a card. And this one is the color monitor. There it is. And then I just need to figure out where exactly that goes. Looks like have a good line on this. Looks like have a good line on this ALG. I'm trying to figure out what that means. What do you mean? What did you mean? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Let's see. I had the color monitor thing. It's like over here somewhere. It's early on.
I do want to mention
There it is. So it's right on 154.09. So 09, 50, 54. There we go. So when it gets to that point, I don't need a custom message here. That's basically what it is. That'll work. My voice chat is rating this. It looks like a great line in the algorithms for searches. Oh, okay, good. Yes, that's the whole goal. All right, so we'll save that video card. Let's see. Can I? Okay, yeah, I can't add that but I don't need to. English by YouTube automatic. No, English by me. There we go. Yeah, just remove the one that YouTube does. So do that. That doesn't need to happen. And I can just set this to public, really. So everybody can watch it right now. Are you guys ready? Hey, guys, are you ready to submit a video and watch this thing? Is it gonna be cool? We're gonna submit it. It's gonna go live. You ready? Here we go. Publishing a video. And 3, 2, 1, publish! It's up. Go watch it. I'm gonna submit it to LinkedIn and Twitter. Smash that like the button. I think I did all my checks and balances. Okay, post. Oh, bang. Share with all your friends. All right. Okay. There we go. It's posted to Twitter. Oh, Wampus followed me on Twitter. How about that? I'll follow back. Follow for follow. There we go. It's up. It's live and running. Look at that. 2 videos in a few days. That never happens. Oh, it's nice. Network. Yeah, it's freaking networking. Alrighty. Well, that got posted. Let's see how it does. Oh my goodness, it's already 3 comments. You guys are gonna blow it up. Incredible. You haven't even watched it, Wampus. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. All right. Okay, that's a thing. That's a thing that we did, and it's something we done and did. Yes. Discord help too. Wait, did I have a hype train earlier? What? When did I have a hype train? I didn't even notice that. It didn't show on my end. I just got a notification that was like, I got an emote unlocked because... Wait, what? My support helped Camera Tim reach hype train level 2. What do you mean my support? I'm the... What? Anyways, I don't know. I don't get anything. I don't understand how anything works. I just make videos, guys. I just make videos. I'm just a video guy. So, you guys want to work on another video? I forgot. What did I put over here? Was this just an example or something? Oh, this was probably for like the actual recording, which is not what I want. Okay. All right, so let's go in here. I just gotta relink this stuff. HSV select folder. Which I don't need that clip. That's fine. Oh, I remember what this clip is. Okay, yeah, that's not necessary. I don't need it. Okay, so put these in a new timeline. Throw these in here as well. Oh, I did that in the wrong order. Okay, nuke that. Yeah, I'm basically just going to use that.
Where?
Hey, Motion by Sora, how's it going? How's everything on his life? Welcome in. Welcome back. Wait, what did I do here? Okay, did I generate proxies for this? I thought I did. Hold on. Oh wait, I also need to make sure I'm not using MKV. Okay, no, I gotta nuke this. And I need to nuke all of these. I'll keep timeline 2 in here. Hey guys, you want to see something cool? So if I go to the YouTube folder and let's go to the HSV Shine. You want to know a quick way? What is this?
Bald by camera,
That
Tim.
might have been something. I don't know what it is. Hey, Day. How's it going? How's everything? How's life? Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Thank you. I'd like to say to work in Premiere no longer. Can we get victory hands? That's amazing. Love to hear it. You'll love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Okay, I don't actually know.
Where?
Oh, hey, I know him. Which, this guy? Or this guy? You know, this guy, yeah, it's David from Kevin Stratford's channel. Oh, you used to work with him? That's amazing. Yeah, he's pretty great. All right, here's something cool. I want to convert all my MKVs to MOVs, so I just do MKV to MOV. And now we're remuxing. So let's go ahead and do the same thing to the screen here. MKV, MOV. Me. Oh, somebody. Oh! Ha! Wait a minute. Who is this? Who dis? Who dis? I'm stalking you on Twitch now. There's no webcam. Oh, it's Courtney. You know what's funny is like I saw the name. I was like, that's the first person I thought of. What's up, Courtney? Yeah, I'm not gonna dox you by saying your last name, but I know exactly who you are. That's so funny. Yeah, hello. That's right, because we used to talk about like stuff that we were doing, that I was doing on Twitch and stuff, and you had mentioned that you sometimes stream. But yeah, I've been quite insane. How about you? Just living the insanity that is life. Right now, I'm just strictly freelancing, and currently, I literally just posted a new YouTube video, like, while we were live. And it has to do with tetrahedral interpolation. But if I go to YouTube Studio here, yeah, this one right here. So I just posted this like a few minutes ago. Hopefully good, insane. I'm mostly good. I mean, there's been some nutty things that have happened lately, but yeah, I also have a about to be 5-month-old. I was watching you guys haven't really gonna play around with it. Awesome. Yeah, I remember I was originally gonna show you around Fusion at one point, and unfortunately that was never able to happen. I don't know, maybe there's still a possibility in the future, who knows? Because I heard of a thing that might be happening soon. I'm not gonna say anything, but I heard there's a particular person that might be taking the next step. Yes, oh him. Yes. I heard a little birdie told me. We'll go with that. A little Denver boy. Yes. Cute little Denver boy. So yeah, a little birdie told me that there might be a spot opening up. And I should be careful with how much detail I give. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna delete the proxies I made previously because I think I generated them based on the MKVs and I don't want that. So let's go ahead and just... Yep, all the proxies were generated all like that already, so I'll just delete those. I won't say anything, but keep my peepers peep for you. Alright, I appreciate it. Alright, let's go ahead and select a media pool clips. We're doing all media. We'll transcode these to DNxHR so we can get better looking proxies. We want to make them 1280 by 720. Concept bit rate doesn't matter. It's kind of irrelevant. Alright, got it. Now let's go to here, paste, select folder, and start. Alright, this one might take a minute, but I think I didn't do a great job of the recording on this one, so I like have large gaps. I've since refined how I do recordings, but this one I recorded a while ago and I just never got to editing. Anything in here? Nothing interesting. Okay. We're generating proxies. I'm gonna put it full screen so I can see stuff. Full camera, yes. Enhance. I have a question. Do you guys still use the OBS materials I made back in the day? Several years ago? It's like Royal Crown, Crown Royal, but better. Sure, we'll go with that. Uh-oh. Wait, did the YouTube stream die? Don't tell me the YouTube stream died. Don't freeze on me. YouTube stream didn't die, did it? No, it didn't. Okay, we're good. Alright. I just had like a notification that there was an error on the YouTube stream, and I was like, what? That was weird. Anyways. Oh, maybe it's just Restream lost the connection to the chat? Wait a minute. I'm not seeing the... Hold on, someone in YouTube chat type for me again. Did Restream bot just die? It might have just been Restream bot. Maybe that's the problem. Oh, nope. No, I see it. Okay, no, we're good. I don't know what that was. It did miss the previous two messages, Spicy, but now it's working. But your confirmation, I saw the confirmation text, so that was weird. I don't know why that happened. Restream's being a butt. I want to ditch Restream at some point and just go full, just all OBS, and not have to go to Restream. But Restream works, so not going to complain too much. It is a free solution after all. I had spicy ice cream last time I was in Europe. It was a mistake. See, I would try it. Even though I absolutely love spicy stuff, I can't imagine it being good. Similar to like, did you guys ever try the spicy Mountain Dew? The Flamin' Hot Cheetos Mountain Dew? Like, I love Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I don't mind. The only Mountain Dew I don't like is the original, but I like all the side ones. That stuff was nasty. That was not good. No, I do not have the editor keyboard. I have this, the speed editor. Speed editor is great though, because you get Resolve Studio with it. So 100% worth it. Yeah, I know who Jim Gaffigan is. I haven't heard that bit specifically. I haven't watched a ton of Jim Gaffigan. But the stuff I have seen is pretty hilarious. All right, proxies are almost done. Almost done with proxies. We're almost done with proxies. We're almost done with proxies. It was like a hot chocolate chocolate. I got excited because I really like the chili mocha frap Starbucks had ages ago, but it was nothing like that. Oh, that's a bummer. And you would think it being in Europe would probably be even better too. Because usually food over there is so much better. Especially because like over the past, and not quite a year yet, but over the past like 9 months, I've basically had to go almost fully gluten-free, just because it was causing me to be bloated and it was causing brain fog. So I was like, you know what, it's not worth it. It does even worse things for my wife. It actually gives my wife like arthritic reactions, so she can't do it at all. But we go to Europe and we're just fine. It's almost like the way they manufacture it here in the US is bad. Yeah, I know who you meant. Yeah, I know who Jim Gaffigan is. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Yeah, it sucks because like if I'm in downtown again, most places probably don't have much for me at this point. I can't get most of what I used to get there. So there's that. There are some places. I hate salad. I'll just go find a bunch of corn tortillas and get a bunch of tacos that way. I can still do that. That's fine. Do I do resolve stuff in Europe? No, I've only ever been to Europe once, and that was when I went to France back in the what year was it? 2018? Yeah, I think it was early 2018. I went because we won the Detroit 48-hour film festival. And so the internationals was in Paris. So I ended up flying out for it. That's the only time I've been to Europe, though. Okay, here we go. Relink proxy media, proxy, select folder. There we go. Okay, we're back in business. Okay, put the screen in first. Oh wait, I already have the timeline. I forgot. It'd be nice if I got to do resolve stuff in Europe. If Alex and Darren want to bring me over to Europe so I can do some stuff over there, that would be great. Please and thank you. That would be an extremely long shot, but that would be dope. That would be absolute dopeness. Oh, I actually do want to use not the screen recording one because there's that little bit extra at the end, so I won't use the screen recorded one. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Wink, wink, nudge, 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 nudge. How do I do a nudge? I didn't think that one through. How do you do a nudge, nudge reaction? Nudge, nudge. Okay, how badly did I do with this? I say more of an elbow. Yeah. Nudge. Yeah. Wink, wink. Nudge. I just bash my mic. Wow, that's a thing you should talk to Alex about with no idea about crowdfunding group shoots or resolve. I didn't get it. Yeah, I'm very, very intrigued on what his whole plan is for that. I saw that announcement video for it, and I want to be a part of that so bad. It sounds so cool. A quick question in color correcting: when you make a video look sort of neutral before color grading it and using C to convert non-loaded into log footage, is new using a CFC? Okay, wait. It's color grading. We make it look sort of before color grading. Okay, yes, because of the twofold question. Okay, non-log footage into log footage was a normal thing to do when they want to more control of your footage. Okay, so the answer to the second question is yes. it's not necessarily converting the non-log into log. It's more of converting into a proper working space. So like, as an example, so this is completely ungraded. So actually, this is a pretty decent example. Let me pull in the other source because that's also a non-log footage. Well, it's not also log. So this is log and this is non-log. If it's kept up because I didn't generate proxy to this. So like, this is non-log, but this is just straight Rec 709, right? But I still want to color manage it in a way that I can still have the most control over it. So instead of putting it into a log space, I just put it into DaVinci Wide Gamut. So let's just do this here. So I've got, I'm taking it from its recorded space, which is Rec 709, and it's probably just regular Rec 709 too. It doesn't super matter which part of this you use. This is generally, if you're using a delivery format footage or whatever, this is generally what you get. And then you can output to DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate, and that's going to be your working space. It's not really like a log space in a traditional sense, because it's not like, it's no cameras recording it, but it's a massive color space that pretty much any camera will fit into. So I can just make a duplicate of that and then swap it. And then, of course, because we're using CSTs, if I turn these on and off, we have absolutely zero change in the image with any data, because CSTs are they're non-destructive. So we can actually see exactly what kind of difference we're going to get from this. So like, if I push my gain up, brought my gamma down, and I'm doing like a pretty like heavy contrast adjustment here just to like accentuate the example. But like, this is what the adjustment looks like in DaVinci Wide Gamut. If I didn't put in DaVinci Wide Gamut, that's what it would look like. So you see how like it blows out a lot of the highlights here and stuff. There's not really a smooth roll off. It just kind of hard cuts here. If I turn on DaVinci Wide Gamut, look how much texture and skin tone we get back. So that's why even if you're not working in a log space to begin with from camera recording, you still want to put it into a working space, because one, it gives you much more flexibility still, even though you do have a limited amount of room, you still get that flexibility. And two, if you're working with other footage that is log, then you're putting everything in a uniform space. So let's take this clip for example. I'm going to just copy this over here, and I'll just change this to what this one was recorded in, which was Rec 2020 Fujifilm F-Log. So now if I do a color adjustments in this node right here, it's going to behave exactly the same as if I did it in here. Whereas if I just used, I just took this to Rec 709 or something, your tools wouldn't behave the same because you're using two different color spaces. But if you put everything in a uniform working space, then your tools are going to behave exactly the same regardless of which camera you shot on. Hopefully that makes sense. And then to answer the first question in terms of correction, yes, correction is basically like either making cameras match or fixing any exposure, white balance issues. It's all the fixing stuff to make it to go into a neutral state, or to like where it looks correct, which is, hence the term color correcting. And then grading, and this is kind of where it gets a little bit nuanced with the difference between doing a grade and doing a look, because grading can be part of the look, but it's not the look. Grading is like you're still adding stylized adjustments to make the image look and appear a certain way, but a look is something that can fly through every single clip. So a look is, let's just say, well, it's going to be hard to do in this one, but let's just say I wanted to have a specific type of contrast look or whatever. That's probably too much, but I reduce this. But like, I want to have like a low contrast look, but something that's still has high contrast, but it lifts up the shadows quite a bit. So like, let's say I wanted this to be my look. I can apply this to all of my clips. I can either do it at a timeline level, or I can do it at a group post clip level. It doesn't really matter what. So I'll copy this, reset it, and then I'll just apply it to the timeline level. So this would be considered a look because it's flying underneath all the footage, and every single piece of footage is being applied to it. And it's basically the supporting color or the supporting look of the entire piece. So it's using what a term that's known as look development, where you generate things that are going to carry throughout all of your images and it won't break anything. That's the key part about a look, is it doesn't break anything. Whereas the grade part can happen on an individual clip level, so you can do a grade to something that will work for that clip, but if you apply that grade to a different clip, it might break it. That's kind of the difference. We could pull this in, guys, like you over there. The team up firsthand would be epic content. Dude, I would love that. I would love to just go over there and hang out with them, let alone like actually do stuff with them. It'd be super dope. It almost corrected the overexposure. I mean, it kind of does, because when you go into DaVinci Wide Gamut, you're going into a significantly more massive color space. So the highlight roll off is significantly cleaner than it is in Rec 709. It just slams the ceiling and you just instantly clip. I was trying Rec 2020 to RE Log C3. I thought it would work a little bit better. In some of my shots, it looks amazing, so I was surprised compared to plain old Rec 2020. Yeah, that's a kind of a nuanced way to do it. I always put everything into. I always consider DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate to be my working space. And then sometimes I'll do some things in linear, like I actually do all of my exposure and color balance adjustments inside of linear, because that's as close to a photometrically accurate adjustment to in-camera as you can get in post. So yeah, I was about to say Rec 709 and I read it again. I was like, no, he said Rec 2020. Got any tips on underexposed footage? You can't push. So underexposed footage is rough, because the thing with underexposure is noise is the result of lack of light. That is what noise is. It's like doing error correction, because, or it's the noise is the margin of error for how much data it has to interpret the like dark areas correctly. That's why you always get noise in lower exposed areas more than the higher exposed areas. As far as correcting for underexposure, like what I would do is like I would definitely push, see how far I can push my gain up before the noise becomes prevalent, but I would also need to like make sure I'm keeping my blacks pushed down quite a bit, so it might end up being more contrasting. Again, it depends on the clip. But you're really going to have to be careful with how much you can push it. I would start, and let me just go ahead and make sure I set my my groups here, because that would probably be the best thing to do. Okay, group pre-clip. Oh, right, because I forgot. I already had a group created for this. Assigned a group. There we go. Okay, and this will be gamma 2.4, not 2.2. And then, what did I use the tetra for in this example? I don't even know. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, the underexposure, right. So in this instance, like, if I was to try and push gain and stuff, like I can push it a certain amount, and this one I can actually push like a decent amount, but like if you notice, like if I push this all the way, you'll notice like there's nothing really here in this black area. So if I push this up and there's a lot of noise there, the image is overall pretty clean, so I'm not gonna get a good noise example out of this. But if I push this up, you'll typically see on a waveform that you'll have this like little flat line here, and that means your blacks are completely raised. You don't have anything in true black. This is just completely clipped. There's no detail there. And oftentimes, especially with 8-bit footage, you'll see kind of in the waveform that there's like these lines that go across horizontally, and that usually indicates banding. Or you'll have stuff that looks kind of like, let's see. It's not going to show really well with this. Let me try. I'm I'm just gonna throw noise on just for the sake of doing this. Just so you can kind of see what it's doing. So it's fast noise. No, that's not what I want at all. Okay, this isn't going to be a perfect example, but it'll kind of get the idea across. Where'd it go? I just lost it. There it is. Okay. So if I do... Yeah. Okay, so this will kind of explain. It's not the best example. HR creators, how's it going? How's everything? How's life? Welcome in. So I'll make the thing a little bit more full screen. Again, this is not a perfect example. Let me just pull this up. Okay, so you'll see with the waveform we have like this big blotch. Oh, it's chat's hiding it. Lol. You'll see with the waveform we have like this blotch here, and then you see like the colors spewing out. This is typically an indicator of high noise, and where you usually want to see it is something like this, where the colors are really defined. So typically when you see something like this, you'll know that you have like significantly high noise. So you'll typically want to push that down quite a bit, because you know that indicates that you don't really have much detail there, so you really have to push that down to kind of hide the noise. Obviously, there's always the option to do noise reduction. It's not necessarily preferred, but it is an option. If you are on the free version, then this is something I want to make a video about eventually too. I'm gonna reset these here. You can do... Let me see if I have quick access to this. I don't think I do. I had a really good example. This only really shows well on noisy footage. But there's a way in the free version to do chroma noise reduction very easily. You're on studio? Okay, well it might not matter. But basically the way to do it is you actually you set your composite mode to is it luminosity or color? Yeah, it's color. You set your composite mode to color, and then you can increase your blur radius. And that effectively does, and there's no noise here, so you don't really see it. Or there's very little noise, I should say. But it makes sure that the luminance texture isn't affected, and then that way you can increase your radius, and you know, you don't want to push it too high. But that'll get rid of chroma noise reduction. Or that'll get rid of chroma noise. Typically on if you're on the free version, so that can help. There are other techniques to kind of use noise reduction on the luminance aspect of it without studio. That gets a little bit harder, and I haven't like come up with a perfect scenario for that yet, but once I do, I'm probably gonna make a video on it. Keep looking. So yeah, I mean, if you're on studio and you have noise reduction, I would only apply the spatial noise reduction. Temporal can often add like some really funky stuff. So I wouldn't recommend the temporal one. So just, you know, you can push the spatial one a little bit, see if you can get a little bit more detail out of it. But yeah, Randolph Nayami. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that somewhat correct. How can I make my studio look I look the same as yours? Get a 4K monitor, unfortunately. Yeah, the only reason I can make it look like this is because I have a 4K monitor. Like typically the UI is probably going to look something like this, where it looks a lot more squished and confined. Yeah, I use a 4K monitor, so I have a little bit more leeway with with how I pull things out. So unfortunately, in order to get it to look like this, where all the icons are that small and you have a lot more space, you have to get a higher resolution monitor. It's worth it though. You can get pretty cheap. I got this 4K monitor for like $100, so you can get them kind of cheap. It's worth it. Well, I didn't even check if those were synced. I mean, these don't matter. Yeah, no problem. I'm assuming that's what you meant by making the UI look the same as mine. Is that correct? I'm trying to get one sometime soon. Yeah. Again, it's not super necessary. I do like how it lays out better, especially on the color page, because on the color page I have a lot more room with my color wheels over here. So it does feel good. Somebody. Oh, haven't got a message from that guy in a while.
Hello.
Well, hello there.
Are you streaming?
Yep, got like 12 people in here.
Hi, people.
We've got Mrs. Tim and Hunka Chunk.
This is a baby.
Hey, budgie.
That boy's advanced.
Look at all that stuff.
Has he ever been in here? Come on, sticking
Not when it's like this. I don't think.
Hi. What is this? Whoa.
It's like to pull the mic away.
What is going on?
Mrs. Tim and Hunka Chunk. What's in here?
He's a hunk of chunk.
Is it a lot?
Hi.
Is this a lot? What do you think?
Happy St. Patty's Day, guys.
Yep. Happy Green Day.
Happy Green Day. You're safe. I know. You want to tell me? He's like, Mom, look at all this. What is happening? Whoa.
He's usually not in here, so he's like,
what is going on?
Are you so unsure? Are you so unsure? Oh, okay. Well,
He looks really old in the camera. Like really
doesn't he?
old. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. He turns 5 months tomorrow.
He's
That's
like, "Did
ridiculous.
You know this by my age?" Yeah. Is this in my contract?
I didn't sign it. Can you say hi?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You have stage fright.
Hey, Dad. What is this? You didn't even ask. I know. We didn't even tell you.
I didn't ask at all.
We did it.
Can you say hi? Do it.
This is his first time ever in here like this, right?
Like this, I think, yeah. Like I've held him while I was working, but that was when like everything was off.
To see.
Yep. Can you say hi? We're getting nothing, guys. We're getting absolutely nothing.
I love you, buddy. Hi, by the way. My classes went well.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, you sounded a lot more relaxed. I guess calm or relaxed
He's trying
about
to say
it.
that I'm an anxious wreck by being
No,
nice.
that's not what I
That's
said.
what he's trying to do.
Well, it just sounded like there was like not as much you had to prepare for this time.
I
around.
was just prepared ahead of time.
Yeah.
I'm a normally procrastinator a little bit.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Hey, buddy. Can you say hi? Can you say something?
Say,
What do you think?
you're a little.
He's too inquisitive for that right now.
So yeah, the slime went really, really well, and everybody's very excited. They made glittery slime.
Okay. Oh, I hear it. Say hi. All right.
I'm sorry, guys, for taking up your time. What were you guys talking about before we just rudely interrupted you without anything?
Oh,
Can I have your maraschino
we were
cherry?
talking about all the things. Huh?
Maybe maraschino cherry.
My what?
That's a maraschino cherry.
Maraschino cherry. Oh, bless you.
That cherry right there. That
This
is a
one?
maraschino cherry.
This is a maraschino cherry? Oh, I didn't know that.
Hey!
Hi.
Where?
Oh, hello,
Global muted.
23 Sinners. How's it going? How's everything? How was life? Am I global muted? No.
Oh, I
I
see
don't know
you.
how. I don't know how you're. I know you're fine. I see you.
Hey!
Oh,
Where?
hey, Biggs had attacked you. Yes, Biko gave you the
I'm
sub
watching the
earlier.
last classes I took were structured.
How's it going? How's everything? How's life?
Oh, that's a different. I teach a couple classes for
Oh.
little kids, but the
What? You're on Twitch. That's weird. It's not even showing that for me. I don't know why. But you're not muted. Sometimes, well, okay. Sometimes if Automod does something, I won't see it. If Automod takes something out, I won't see it. So
that is lucky though. Good to know teachers procrastinate too.
it's true.
I'm a homeschool
Baby
mom,
has mommy's
so
eyes. Yeah.
yeah.
It's true.
Aw. I homeschool, but on Mondays we go to in-person classes and I teach a couple classes.
Yep.
So, you know, juggling it all. I teach a couple classes on Mondays and then a class for preschoolers on Wednesday nights. It's
Yeah.
fun, but it's a lot of prep work and I'm not very organized, but I bring the fun. I'm like Miss
You do
Frizzle.
great. You are Miss Frizzle. That's very accurate.
Yeah.
If you ever watch how she runs classes, that is 100% accurate.
Mistakes. Keep learning.
Are you gonna say something eventually? Or are you just gonna
He's
be
very
really
obsessed with
quiet?
his toes. Show them.
Oh yeah, you love your toesies.
See? Look at these cute baby feet. Grab him.
Do you like that? You like we're showing your feet?
Aw, thank you. I think
Right.
he's cute too.
I love you, buddy.
I miss him. Look at him. He's so chunky monkey.
He's huge.
A hunk of junk.
I like
him big. I like him chunky. Come around.
He does not look like he's about to be 5 months.
Wow, now you're
Give away.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Bye.
Yeah, the problem is I actually know that person.
No.
Oh, that's so funny. Amazing. That was awesome. Oh goodness, that's so good. Oh man. Well, never gonna let that down. Alright, let's throw this in here because I need to double check and make sure I got the sink. Big old tall glass of nope right there. Let's just make sure I had this synced because I'm about to showcase isn't incredibly new. Okay. There we go. So that should line up now. Cool. Is it weird that I'm editing too? No, dude. I I watch editing streams all the time while I'm editing. And the funny thing is that's actually more distracting for me than actually editing live. All right, let's see which one of these turned out the best.
Hey everybody, it's Cameron. I'm going to show you how to use the HSV color space to clean up highlights and DaVinci Resolve and stuff. Hey everybody, it's Cameron. I'm going to show you how to use the HSV color space to clean up highlights and DaVinci Resolve and
Definitely not that one.
Hey everybody, it's Cameron. I'm going to show you how to use the HSV color space to clean up highlights and DaVinci Resolve and stuff.
That one wasn't
Hey
bad.
everybody, it's Cameron. I'm going to show you how to use the HSV color space to clean up highlights and DaVinci Resolve and
Nope.
Hey everybody, it's Cameron. I'm going to show you how to use the HSV color space to clean up highlights and DaVinci Resolve and stuff.
Okay, so it's between these three.
Hey everybody, it's Cameron. I'm going to show you how to use the HSV color space to clean up highlights and DaVinci Resolve and stuff. Hey everybody, it's Cameron. I'm going to show you how to use the HSV color space to clean up highlights and DaVinci Resolve and stuff. Hey everybody, it's Cameron. I'm going to show you how to use the HSV color space to clean up highlights and DaVinci Resolve and stuff. Hey everybody, it's Cameron. I'm going to show you how to use the HSV color space to clean up highlights and DaVinci Resolve and stuff.
Yeah, it's that first one. Okay, I keep saying to try stuff you're doing. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna suffer good and stuff. It's all about the stuff. If there's no stuff, I have no video. There's no video at all. Okay. So Synapse. What was the essence of what you were trying to type earlier? Because I can't see it unless I'll see if Mod Tools shows it, probably not, because Automa will like for some reason just like banish it to the shadow realm somehow. But I'll see if the mod tools show me anything. Mod action. Yeah, there's nothing. Huh. That's weird. I think it was on my end because when I hit refresh, it disappears. Yeah, I think that's probably it. But I was just talking about the baby. Oh, fair enough. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, probably Automod like thought that you said something you didn't. Fred is screaming into the void, but have you tried typing into the void? The loudest kind of typing there is. The echoes of keystrokes. echoes, echoes of keystrokes sounds like an IT band. Oh my. Dude, take it. Echoes of keystrokes. Please somebody make that, like make a band of IT guys and call it Echoes of Keystrokes. Oh my goodness, that'd be the greatest thing I've ever seen. So what I'm about to showcase isn't incredible. But it's all just keyboardists. Yes, it's all just guys on me. Oh man, this can get so meta so fast. Highlights is concerned, but this is. Oh man, that's so good. That's so good. Maybe a couple key times. Oh my. But this is a slightly new method that allows you to. All right, that's probably good. So this one's got to move forward then. That's better. I forgot I did this outro. Man, I make some really dumb things sometimes. This is Camera Tim signing out. Just let me know what else you want to see. That can work, right? This is Camera Tim signing out. Okay, so just worry about that later. All right, let's see if we can trim through this pretty fast. Actually, I have an idea. Since there's only this clip, I'm gonna link this. And let's use our trusty handy dandy speed editor. Although, I forgot I didn't have it plugged in. Let's plug it in. Is that gonna reach? It's not gonna reach. Shoot, I forget how I did this last time. Okay.
Hey!
Hey, Exeldra, how's it going? How's everything in his life? Welcome in. Hey, so I just posted that video about the Tetra shader. So I feel like every time I do an OBS video, it's always shouting out Exeldra in some sort of way. Oh, you loved it? Oh, you saw it? Oh, awesome. I'm glad. Glad you loved it. All right. Let's see if we can do some cut page stuff today. This is gonna get weird. You retweeted it too? Dude, that's so dope. Let's go. We getting an Exeldra retweet too today? Oh, today's a good day, guys. Today's a great day. Oh my goodness. That's wonderful. Oh, no, I'm not liking my own post. I meant to go to where the retweet was. I accidentally liked my... I don't know how to use this. Such a weird platform. That's why I avoided getting it for so long. Well, I guess I can't really like a retweet, can I? That shows you how much I know about Twitter. I know nothing. Okay. Thanks for the retweet, Exeldra. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go to the cut page.
Something I'm about to showcase isn't incredibly new as far as recovery highlights is concerned, but this is a slightly new method that allows you to do a lot of controls using a singular node. Using a singular node. And allow a singular node. And allows you to have much more control over a lot of those highlights and specular areas, making them look. It allows you to have a lot more control. But there's a slightly new method that allows you to do a lot of different controls using a singular node. It allows you to have more control over a lot of those highlights, specular areas, and make them look. And it allows you to have a lot more control over those highlighted specular areas that are oftentimes a lot of trouble. We can compress them a little easier in this method. And it allows you to
What's my deselect? Control? Nope. I thought it was shift alt. Maybe it's not.
Node, and it allows you to have a lot more control over those highlighted specular areas. Node, and it allows node, and it allows you to have more highlighted areas that are oftentimes a lot of trouble. And compress them a little bit easier in this method. So hopping right into result here, I got two examples for this demonstration. For this demonstration, two examples for this demo. We got two examples for this demonstration. Examples for this demonstration. Examples for this demonstration. So we're going to go ahead into the color page, and on this one, it's a simple talking head with a couple little shiny spots on the face. We got some stuff on the head and a little bit on the cheeks and nose. Very common places for shine to occur. So let's bring it over here, and I have three notes here, and I also want to mention that this is also color management. Throwing this from its recorded date into from its recorded from image. I'm throwing this from its recorded its recorded state into DaVinci Gamma DaVinci Intermediate, and I'm outputting back to the same space. So everything we do. So everything namespace. So everything we do in here is primarily working in the DaVinci Intermediate space, but we're going to be changing. So everything in here is in here is primarily working in the DaVinci. So everything doing here is primarily working in the DaVinci Intermediate space, but we're going to be changing. Same space. So everything in here space. So everything in here is going to be working in primarily the DaVinci Gamma DaVinci Intermediate space. All we are going to specify different gammas and color spaces as we go. So the first thing that we want to do whenever we're trying to fix something is make sure we have our exposure and color balance correct. Just to give a quick correct. Just to give a color balance correct. Just to give a balance correct. Just to give a correct. Just to give a balance correct. Just to give a quick demonstration, I'm using linear gamma, both exposure and balance. And I want to make sure that I'm setting my lumen mix to 0, especially if I'm doing any color adjustments, because we don't want that being influenced and throwing our colors out of loop.
And we're setting loom mix. Right, I had to redo that part of the recording, so.
Setting loom mix to the, especially if I'm doing here exposure and balance. And I want to make sure that I'm setting my and I want to make sure that I'm setting my loom mix to 0, especially if I'm doing any colors. And I want to make balance gamma for both exposure and balance. And we're setting loom mix to 0 because and we're setting loom mix to 0 because we don't want luminance curve to influence any color adjustments that we're doing. So let's just do an example here. If I have my loom mix set to 100, it's going to kind of destroy the fidelity of colors, where it's going to kind of destroy the kind of destroy destroy the fidelity of the colors, whereas if we set our loom mix to 0, at least we have some sort of a clean adjustment, so it just avoids that. That's the disclaimer out of the way. Now let's get into the fun stuff.
Hey, fun stuff. Wait, what? No, that's right. That's funny. Are there any good video to edit like dialogue scenes? I've got many scenes to edit, but just want to know how to get started. Are they using multiple cameras, or is it like a single camera shot in multiple ways? Single cam shot in multiple ways. Okay. So the way to break them down, do you have like prints and safeties for each take? Because typically how I'll do it is like while I'm on set, if we know like, okay, this is the best take that we got, we're gonna label this as the print, and then we'll have a safety just in case like something went wrong with the clip or whatever. If it's not actually the best one, we'll have a safety as well. But typically what I'll do is like I'll lay all my prints down per shot, and then I'll just kind of like listen to each of them and kind of feel out the scene and like which part of it makes the most sense to have showing at the screen on the same time. And so the rest of it, like once you get everything, all the takes in place, is just kind of by feel, and then you just edit accordingly there. I mean, there are a number of videos. I don't have a video specifically on how to do that, but yeah, I don't think they did. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Oh, that's gonna be great. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I mean, it's mostly just like ensuring you get the feel of the piece, but it's the things that I can tell you more certainty is more of just organizationally how to put things. So like just making sure all your clips are labeled accordingly, and usually what I'll do is like I'll clip out each like line that people deliver, and again it depends on the scene, but I'll usually clip out each line, listen to the delivery of them, and kind of like slot in the best ones per. And usually the one that's on that person's face is typically the best one to use for whoever's talking. But sometimes like I'll delay the video part of the cut, and I'll overlay the audio with it, just so like if there's a reaction coming from the subject just being talked to, I want to keep the reactions there. And yeah, that's all kind of just like, it's all by feel. So this is... See, I can't remember, did I make a cut here? Oh yeah, I did.
Fun stuff. So this image is already pretty well posted. We're going to this node where all that is going to happen. And I've labeled HSV because we're actually going to use the HSV color space in this model. The color space in this model. Use the HSV color space in this model.
we're actually going to use HSV in this node. Let's see, can I can. Oh, that's nice. That's super nice. Oh, what's this about? Huh. Interesting. Stuff is happening. The HSV color space in this model, because we're actually going to use HSV in this node. The HSV, labeled it HSV because we're actually going to use the HSV color space, and we're actually going to use HSV in this node. Use the HSV color space in this model. We're actually going to use HSV in color space in this node. How many times can you say HSV before it loses all its meaning? Until I say HSL, then HSV becomes relevant again. Are you familiar with how HSV works or what HSV is? Because I can actually kind of demonstrate it real quick. And it's a really, really, really useful tool to have. And then the big old tall glass and nope. All right. This is going to be fun. Okay. So HSV is a color space that it's one of the 4 color spaces that Resolve has that don't operate in red, green, and blue. So like anytime you are like using one of these color spaces, almost any of these color spaces, they're all going to like work with these as a, like, you know, if I move this as this red channel, well, you can't see it because my webcam is covering it. So if I move the red here, it like moves this in red, right? Like red and cyan. If I move green, it will move it towards green and magenta. If I move blue, it moves either blue or yellow, right? That's how RGB works, right? That's red, green, and blue. And then of course you have your luminance channel. And so if you combine all of these together, like it just, you know, does this. However, there's 4 color spaces in here that don't use, for one, don't even use that luminance channel, and also don't use these as red, green, and blue. So when I switch it to HSV, what actually happens is my tools are changed now to hue, saturation, luminance, or well, in this case, hue, saturation, value. So if I move, I'll hide my webcam again. So if I move red, I'm moving the hue. If I move blue, I'm moving the value. If I move green, I'm moving saturation. Now, why is this relevant? Well, HSV in particular is special because it operates on a subtractive saturation model. So anytime you use the regular saturation slider here in the primaries, oh, I'm still in HSV, whoops. Anytime you use the saturation slider here in the primaries, it uses additive saturation. And the reason that's bad is because it's basically taking the saturation value to the pixels and just making everything, it's just multiplying the saturation on top of that. So it's basically just trying to separate the colors to be more vivid. And so it makes it look very video-y, and it's just absolute trash. But if I throw this into HSV, and then increase saturation in here, look how different it looks. And then we can do it back and forth here. So I'm going to just have this at 2. Let's just make another node here and disconnect. So let's just push saturation all the way up here. And now let's do a comparison. See the difference? This is about the same amount of saturation pushed into both, but they both look very different in how they respond. And the reason for this is because what HSV is doing is it's basically saying anytime saturation is increased, my red, green, and blue will only decrease. so it doesn't increase the luminance of any channel. So let me pull up a waveform here and just make it full screen. Make it much easier to see. Where's my... I always forget where the scopes are for whatever reason. Make this single. It's just a waveform here. Okay. And I'm going to do this in Rec 709 just so this is a little bit easier to see because I am working in DaVinci Wide Gamut, of course. Let me just delete this. Delete this. What is... Wait a minute. Why does it all use timeline? Okay, that must be a display bug. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Okay, so if I increase saturation here in my primaries, now watch what happens to the waveforms. You'll see that, like, for red, for instance, red just shoots up and then green and blue will start to decrease, and it's basically attempting to separate them to, you know, get a more vivid color. But again, this is the additive model. That's the problem with doing saturation like that. Now, if I do... let's go ahead and reset this. Let's just go ahead and set this to HSV. Now let's increase saturation HSV. Watch what happens. See how colors only decrease, nothing increases? That's because this is how subtractive saturation works. And the reason it works like this is because it's actually emulating how film does saturation. Because with a monitor and stuff, if you look at your monitors and it's turned off, like, it looks solid black, right? So the way to get color is by adding red, green, and blue to it, right? That's how the additive model works. But with film and print and stuff, what are you starting with? You're starting with, like, a white piece of paper, right? But in order to get color, what do you have to do? You have to add cyan, magenta, and or yellow in order to get the colors you need. So it basically... it starts with a full white value and then it pulls it down in order to get color, and you get like a more dense looking, a more filmic type of saturation. So that's why I always use the HSV color model for that. And that's one way you can do it. And thankfully, actually, in the color slice tool, it also operates on subtractive saturation as well, except it does it slightly differently, and I'm not quite as much of a fan of it. But using this saturation slider is still definitely better than using the one in the primaries. But by far my preferred method is by switching to HSV and just operating on the green or saturation channel and increasing saturation that way. And that's how HSV works. What's your output gamma for DaVinci Wide Gamut? DaVinci Intermediate. If I'm going into my working space. I don't know why this is labeling it like this. I think it just... oh, now it corrected it. Yeah, it was just a display bug. But yeah, my working space is DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate. My output space is... of course, if I change it here, it'll... yeah. My output space is Rec 709 Gamma 2.4. There's some discrepancy on, like, whether you want to use Gamma 2.2 or 2.4. Like 2.2 is usually used for like web delivery stuff, and 2.4 is usually used for broadcast. Long story short, although for some reason YouTube will sometimes, at least in my case, I don't know how it is for anybody else, but YouTube will like falsely flag the gamma tag when I put it in Gamma 2.2, and it like changes the gamma tag entirely and then just hyper contrasts it and looks horrible. So I've tested this like numerous times. I like did a bunch of different Gamma 2.2 tests, and Gamma 2.4 always looked right, and Gamma 2.2 always like destroyed it for some reason. I still don't have any idea why. And the weird thing is, like, I can play the exported video in VLC and it looks fine. Upload it to YouTube, it's destroyed. So YouTube is falsely flagging it somehow, and I don't know how to change how it tags it. So that's annoying. All right, where was I? I was doing things. I can probably just insert my power grade in here. So this is my post preset. And then here's that other preset. Cool. Cool. Now I got my look in place. All right. Let's move it. All right. Back to cuts page. But yeah, so hopefully that provides like some sort of clarity with HSV and why it's so nice to have. But yeah, it's one of the 4 unique color spaces in Resolve that actually changes the red, green, and blue values to something that's not red, green, and blue, which in this case is hue, saturation, luminance. HSL is very similar, except it's hue, saturation, lightness, or luminance, or hue, saturation, value. And then hue, saturation, lightness / luminance, and that one is an additive model. So that one actually functions very similar. If you were to adjust saturation in HSL, it would actually function very similar to the primary saturation adjustment, although it's like slightly cleaner for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, like an interesting tactic to sometimes use is like you can decrease saturation in HSL and then increase saturation in HSV, and it like gives you even more density, which is fun. Okay. What was I doing? My kind of does when does someone pick HSV? Anytime you want to do a saturation adjustment. I mean, this one's gonna go a little bit more into like a niche use case of HSV. But like, so you can color space transform into DaVinci Wide Gamut as your IDT, your input display transform, and then usually I'll do saturation after my my exposure and balance. So usually I'll do like my exposure first, my white balance second, and then I'll do saturation after that. Or if I don't want to do saturation, I'll usually like do density or something. Yeah, as a separate set node, yes. Yeah, I just do saturation as its own node because I can throw it into HSV, and then I can just select the color space being HSV in that one, and I don't have to worry about making more CSTs or anything else messing with it.
In this node. In this node. In this node. Now what exactly? Now what exactly color space in this node? Now color space in this color space in this color space in this node. Now what exactly is HSV?
Yeah, this is when I actually like explain HSV.
This node. Now what exactly is HSV? Well, HSV and HSL are both different types of color spaces where they actually change our red, green, and blue values to mean something else. So the H and the something else. So something else. So the H and the S stand for hue saturation. The thing that differs between these two is that value, luminance, or lightness, depending on which translation you're using, or HSV where we
Oops.
Depending on which translation you're using, or HSV where the V stands for value. And I went over value. I went over for value. I went over the differences a little more in detail, but essentially the key thing to note with these is that HSV is a subtractive saturation model, HSL is a additive saturation model. And really the key difference, the additive saturation model, and really the key model takes, and really the is a additive saturation model, and really the key difference in the model starting from black and then adding red and blue together colors, and the model you're starting from white and adding color to subtract from white and then your colors.
Yeah, I just basically do the same explanation except a little bit shorter in this video.
to select from white and then get your colors. And they're really colors. Color, subtract from white and get your colors. And they're really the key difference is that whenever you're adding saturation in a subtractive model, you're not increasing lumens in any of the channels. And so when we're trying to reduce, highlight, or clean them up and compress them, I tend to prefer the HSV model. You can play with ASL if you want to try and balance what we're trying to do here.
Well, that snuck through the cracks.
And I'll show you an example of how that could be. And I'll show you an example in a while of how that could be applied. And I'll show you an example of what we're trying to do here. And I'll show you here. And I'll show you an example of how that could be applied. But we're just going to start out with HSV on the very first that could be applied. But we're just going to start with HSV. The first thing we're going to do is we have to make sure we're only getting in this highlight. So we're going to start with qualifier. And the thumb for qualifier, we start with luminance because that's the channel. Because that's sort of the qualifier. Luminance because that's the distance. Because that's the channel. Because that's the part of the qualifier that's least likely to make your image. So we're going to go ahead and press it. So we're going to go ahead and...
I originally recorded something at the end. Miscutting the part where I was fed up with myself recording. It was fine. That was good enough. Yep. I've done the same thing. I do that all the time.
Shift H, highlight our region, and we're just making sure we're getting some of that, just that particular area. So probably going to around here, and then definitely add some softness. It's okay if we get some of the other skin tone in here. We can reduce that a little bit as needed. So we got our selection here. It's okay we have this other stuff. That's not going to matter quite much because honestly we might want to fix that too so the whole image looks balanced. So the first thing we're going to do, now that we have selection made, is we're going to go to our primaries, and now that we switch red, green, and blue to saturation and value, we can reduce the value on gain. And you can see what's going to happen here. So we're going to go a little bit farther than we would normally when it starts to kind of bring up. But we're going to add that back into our gamma channel, or gamma value blue channel, or our gamma value channel. To our gamma blue channel, gamma blue channel, or our gamma value channel. And kind of push that up until it still doesn't look that bad. And we're getting that. And we're getting some of the. And we're
Corn dog? What? Well, hello there. What happened to the... Well, hello, corn dog. How's it going? Everything? How's life? It's been a hot minute. Where's the horse? The horse just decided to die. Wait. What? Hold on. Literally no horse. Oh, it's probably because you came in with just a No, that's not why. I just missed it. Yeah, it still doesn't see your username. What the heck? It's been a pretty great Monday. Released a YouTube video working on the next one. Oh, there it is.
Where?
All right, well, there, now you got the horse. There it is. That was delayed. Wow. Maybe the horse is busy eating a corn dog. Who knows? But anyways, yeah, it's going pretty good. Just doing some more YouTube channel edits, and yeah, just posted a video on an OBS shader I made for accurate color changing hue shifts and stuff called tetrahedral interpolation. It's just Tetra for short. But yeah, that's a shader you can go and download on Shader Filter right now. Yeah, if you have a shader filter, I think it's 2.4.0 is the first version that had it. So if you download, if you have shader filter with 2.4.0 or higher, then you have the Tetra shader. So yeah, a fun little thing.
Look that bad, and we're getting some of the highlight, but it's not as shiny. So probably right on there is good, and then we can play with our saturation channel. So we can bring some down in the gain area and then push that back in the gamma to kind of create a lot of fill around some of the highlighted areas to make it not look the highlight area to fill in some of those colors a little bit cleaner. Areas to make it not look around some of the highlighted areas areas to fill in some areas to fill in some of the areas to fill in some of those areas to fill in.
Yeah, how's your life been, Corn Dog? It's been a minute.
Areas to fill in some of those colors a little bit cleaner. And then we can also move our hue in case we want to match this tone a little bit better. And typically you a little bit better. And typically you a lot of times you a little bit better. A lot of times you probably
You're going to yeah, it was great seeing you again, Courtney. And hopefully we'll see you again sometime in the near future. Who knows? We'll see. Does it? No, it doesn't. No, there's that does not come built into Resolve at all. The way to get it is actually through DCTLs. There's like I don't know how many there are. There's a lot of them. I have like 6 of them. I have 6 different Tetra DCTLs. But yeah, basically all of them are free. Yeah, 5 of them are right here, and then I have another one that's like up here somewhere. But my favorite one is this one, the Tetra V2. That one. Oh, sorry. No, that's I know what you're talking about. That's not tetrahedral interpolation. That's the 3D lookup table interpolation. Which should always be set to tetrahedral. I don't know why that's not set there. So I'm gonna update that. But that's more of how your LUTs are being interpreted. But that's not like an actual tetrahedral interpolation as far as like actually modifying that stuff. Yeah. Last time since I was here, probably I moved to Missouri. I bought a house. Oh, got married on our first kiddo. Oh, wow. Well, congrats, first of all. That's insane. That's awesome to hear. Oh, and also as a side note, it's like there's a Tetra V2 and then there's Tetra Interp HSV. Turns out, and I did some tests with this, this Tetra Interp HSV operates on the exact same math that the mononodes density set hue Tetra model works in. The only difference is that instead of measuring by density, like increasing red density or decreasing red density, the Tetra HSV goes by value. So if you increase the value, it like increases the lightness, but if you decrease it, it decreases or it increases density. So it's just flipped, but the values are actually exactly the same. And saturation operates the exact same way too, as well as the hue. I checked each of the parameters and like set them to the same exact values, and of course just like for density I just made value a negative number, but they were identical. So that was an interesting find. But yeah, that's a really nice tool. So the Tetra V2 and then the Tetra Interp HSV are the two that I would pick up and recommend picking up for pretty much anybody, because they're both free.
You need to move this, but it's going to that it's there just in case. Things are there just in case. Right away, just in case. But right away, we got a little bit smoother and without it looking too machine. I probably want a little.
I know exactly what you just said. There's more for Synapse. I'm talking about color sciencey stuff.
A little bit too far to a little bit of details. Like probably I had to push the gamma up a little bit, or keep it where it's at, and then just not bring it down as much.
Basically, what that meant, Corn Dog, was I accidentally opened my display calibration. I don't need that open. I don't need it open. A DCTL is basically like DaVinci Resolve's own coding language for creating custom color effects and stuff. That's all DCTL means. But what I was talking about with tetrahedral interpolation, it's a big, you don't have to understand the term or the math to understand exactly what it's doing. Basically, it allows you to take, and this is the tool that I actually just released for OBS as well. I didn't make these tetra ones for Resolve, but I made the one for OBS. And basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to take all 6 color vectors, so like red, green, blue, cyan, magenta, yellow, and move them along the red, green, and blue axes. And exactly what that means is, like, let's say I wanted to change the blue background, but not affect any of the other colors. I can just take, and this is going to be like slightly different because I have a bunch of other stuff in front of it, so it's not going to be precise. But basically what I would do is I'd take the blue and shift it like towards red, maybe add a little bit more blue in here, maybe take away some of the green to shift it towards magenta. Let me just disable proxy so it doesn't look as bad. And I can do the same thing with cyan and kind of just like shift it all kind of the same direction. But like you'll notice, like if I go zoom into my skin tone, you'll see like nothing's changing, but the background changes like super cleanly. And of course the banding is just because of the recording. But yeah, this is the tool you can use inside of OBS. But basically the way to see this visually, it might look a little confusing, especially if you've never seen a vector scope before. But a vector scope just shows where colors are going. That's really all that matters. So you have like you have red, yellow, green, cyan, blue, magenta, and if I just took away all the color in this, then it's disabled. I'm gonna reset this real quick and go to the end here. Don't worry about what I'm doing right now. It's not important. So let's just say I took away all of the color from this. You would just see this solid white dot here because there's absolutely no color. So this is just showing like how vivid or how colorful any given color is. So that's how to read a vector scope. It's just basically how strong or vivid your colors are, not necessarily your exposure. So it's a really, really nice tool to be able to use. There's also something like this for OBS as well. But the way that the tetra thing works is, let's say I throw that here. Go ahead and reset these parameters here. All right. The way the tetra thing works is, like, let's say I wanted to take, the way I just showed it, we have the blue in the background's like directly in between blue and cyan. So the only way to move it is by moving, let's say I move the blue part of it. If I move it along red, you'll see it moves along the red cyan axis, because the opposite of red is cyan, the opposite of green is magenta, and the opposite of blue is yellow. So I can select blue red, and I can move that blue up and down along red and cyan, or I can take blue green and I can move blue along the green and magenta axis, like so, or I can move it along the blue and yellow axis, like so. So that's basically what tetra does. So it allows you to do like really complex and fine-tuned color adjustments, but also very cleanly. And you can do this inside of OBS now. So that's what my previous video was about, that I just released today. So yeah, that's that tool. And then the other one I showed, where I was talking about like density and saturation and hue shifts and stuff, I also have a tool on that. It just hasn't been released in shader filter yet. So that's going to be a video sometime, hopefully soon-ish. Not down this much, but it definitely cleans it up somewhat. But let's say we. But yeah, there's basically like a lot of tools in Resolve that I absolutely love using. I was like, wouldn't this be great if I could do something similar to this in OBS? So I just keep adding tools.
want to do that, just so we can right click here and add a parallel node. And then I want to use a node. And then a node. And then I want to use the same exact mask, so we're not using different information. So I can just bring the output of this CSV down to here. And now we're using the same exact mask. And I can switch my color space to ASL. And let's say I don't want to subtract saturation in ASV, I want to subtract saturation in ASL. We can just reset it by double clicking over here on our saturation channel only. And then go into our saturation channel here and do saturation there. Right there. And that makes it all. And that might get us a cleaner result. There. And that might there. And that might get us a cleaner result. Because again, if you want to subtract, because again, we're increasing saturation in, and just as a side note, saturation, we're increasing saturation subtracted. And we might want to subtract. And we want to take saturation in HSL because it's an additive model, so we're basically using a subtractive way of.
I could not figure out how to say this part. I forgot.
And subtracting and taking away saturation in HSL okay. And taking away saturation in HSL could be beneficial because we're doing it subtractively now because we're doing the inverse of adding it. And taking away and that might get us a cleaner result. And taking away saturation in HSL could be beneficial because we're doing it subtractively now because we're doing the inverse of adding it. Of adding it. Now, of adding it. Now, of course, this can be a little too far for some of the other very special areas. So we can go power in here if we want to just work on the face and maybe not be outside so much. And then you want to do all that and make sure it's applied over here as well. As well. But that's the first example how we can do a lot more face, and you can tune this as you need to. And you're not using any special effects, you're just using some of the practical tools that you have. And this example is not a fake, rather maybe the background. Background. So we're gonna go background. So we're gonna go back background. So we're gonna go back into color for this one. Once again, do your exposure and color on time. The page for this one. Once again, once again, you can do your exposure and color balance. I might even move the color balance a little bit. I might even move the color balance a little bit on this one because it's might even move the color balance a little on this one because it is a little bit off. Using my handy dandy, using my handy dandy. Make sure I'm pushing off. Make sure I'm using my handy off. Make sure I'm using my handy. Make sure I'm using my handy dandy.
What is happening here? So for my dad's birthday, I got him. My brother and I got him a disc golf net, so he could practice his putting, as well as some new discs. We got him some of the zero gravity ones, and he's been going pretty great. And he just mentioned he got par on a really hard hole, so. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna have to try and keep up with him next time, I guess.
I'm using my handy dandy notebook. Notebook. Where I need to go. Alright. Yeah, where I need to go. Yeah. Notebook. Yeah, where I need to go. What? Wait, where I need to go. Wait to go. But without putting too much effort into it. So we're looking at some of the outdoors, we're looking at some of these, especially in this area, it can be a little bit distracting if it's like really bright and if it's really distracting, if it's like really a little bit distracting, if it's really bright, if
if it's really bright and specular. If it's really bright and seeing if it's really bright and specular is, if it's really bright and if it's really bright and specular, it's a little bit distracting. If it's really acting, if it's really if it's really bright and specularly it's very specky. Very specky. Very specky, and it can sometimes distract from the subject and the frame. So we can go ahead, and I've already pulled the key for this one, grabbing these highlighted regions here, and doing the same similar type of go down to our value and bring that down. Maybe not quite. Maybe a little bit. Maybe not quite. Maybe a little bit farther than you. That down. That down. Maybe a little bit farther than you. What? Maybe a little bit. Down. Maybe a little bit past, and then we can use our gamma, push it back up until it starts to appear smooth again. And smooth again, and then do a similar, and then we can probably do the HSL trick again just to see what it's going to look like. We'll add a parallel. Make sure we add that. Make sure we add the mask data to it, and then add the HSL color space. And we'll go ahead and subtract the saturation from here. And maybe we actually might even just add it back in the subtractive model here, just to see what that's going to look like. On our gain. Going to look like on our gain. On our gain. And then move this hue around so the greens match a little bit. And maybe I pushed it a little bit too far. Okay, let's see, what time is it? Okay. Oh, it's about time. Okay. I almost lost complete track of time. Unfortunately, this is where I'm gonna have to call it. Yeah. I gotta go get dinner pretty soon, and I am not missing dinner. Because dinner is a wonderful thing that everybody should enjoy. But anyways, I'm going to find a raid target. So stick around with me for just a second. I'm going to be on for like a couple more minutes before I like fully pop off. And we'll go find somebody. Let's see, do we have anybody here? What is this? Nope. Is this what I think it is? No, it is not. Okay, I think I know who we're going to. Yep, okay, I got it. All right, if you guys wouldn't mind joining me in this raid, if you're on YouTube, I will post the link in chat in addition to the raid. Oh, I can't do it from there? Oh, no wonder it wasn't showing me. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. It all makes sense now. I don't know why that whole thing earlier didn't happen. Okay. So yeah, if you are on YouTube, you can click the link. It should show the link in the chat. There we go. There we go. I wonder if I can go back. No, I can't go back that far. That's a bummer. Okay. Now I'm going to set the raid. Okay. And then I'm going to paste the link in chat. Whoops, not like that.
Hey!
All right, calm down. Calm
Where?
down, horsey. Okay. That should post in the YouTube chat, I think. But yeah, go ahead and join over there and then hang out. This guy he's editing some rock climbing clips, and currently he's working on some color stuff for it as well, it looks like. Well, I think he's just editing, but he was doing some color stuff. But yeah, please join me in this raid. He's got some interesting content. He also codes as well, so that can be fun to watch as well. But yeah, let's go drop him off a raid, hang out, have some fun, show him some love, and I will see you guys in the next video. So bye-bye. I'll see you next time. Hopefully that's later this week, but we'll see. It's always up in the air. But anyways, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.